Piss nipple.
What?
Piss nipple.
Wow.
That's the start of the recording, guys. Mitch saying piss nipple.
Sup.
Listen,
Oh my god.
every episode has been something, so I've accepted that you guys are just like the Critical Role gang, just saying shit, and I'm Matt, just going, you know what? Scream into the void. I can't stop you. Just don't get me canceled. Excuse me.
We have to say the most diabolical crap now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Legends of the Old Republic, a Star Wars campaign set, as the title suggests, in the Old Republic. I'm your host, JMKitsune, and I'm joined with 5 of our players tonight. 2 of them are otherwise occupied, and we miss them dearly, but life does come first. As those of you watching...
We wish them all the luck.
Yeah, seriously. One is moving and one is working. Both of which I don't envy.
Yep.
That being said, I hate moving. As for those who've been watching up to this point, we are a TTRPG that focuses on a made-up plot that I'm kind of ripping off from other things, but it's fine. Whatever you don't know don't hurt you. We're 12 episodes in. My players have trusted me this long, and I'm still questioning why. I think that they're being blackmailed. This week, we will also be unveiling lovely new upgrade to our visual side of things, courtesy of Paige.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Because I do believe that while the original stuff you guys saw was lovely, and I do love it all, sometimes you just gotta gussy shit up. And given that last...
Be honest, it was fucking awful.
It was not.
Beautiful.
It was not bad.
I loved all of them.
I look at it as, again, realistic talk. I look at it as, one, proof of concept, as well as getting down, the beginning steps. Now you've had time, you've been able to work with everything we've gotten. Characters have done stuff. Now we got this version. It's called growth. And also it's called accept compliments.
We just added a little bit of drama.
Yeah.
That's it. They're both good.
Yes.
The second one is just a moodier interpretation.
Add a little spice.
And they're all slay. I love all of the artwork that you do.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it from Selah's
Say
mouth.
thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Say thank you. You're welcome.
I'm picturing you squeezing her cheeks when you say that.
Maybe a little bit.
Just the pinching the cheeks together and being like, say thank you. Anyway, yes. Where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, if it was important, I'll remember later. On to the previously, because some people forget what happened last week. Hi, that's me. I forget what happens every week. Last time on Legends of the Old Republic. Haven't done that one yet. Continuing the second half of the first day for their 3 days of wait, Starbound Squadron, there's a Q there, were able to work through some of their kinks by interacting and showing a bit of vulnerability. Sami had taken a bit of time to contact the Jedi and requested advice and guidance, receiving just that from Master Vuk. He was also informed that the Jedi Council supported her and believed that she would not only succeed in the mission, but that she was the most qualified for it. And also there were some jokes made at Bel's expense. But, that's just me having a little bit of fun. Which definitely did give Sami a bit of a boost in confidence, as well as comfort knowing that the Jedi weren't just waiting for her to fail. Meanwhile, Kyrie and Bel took some time to have a short discussion where Kyrie asked if Bel believed that his Padawan blamed him for what happened, or, on the other side of it, would Bel forgive his Padawan if the roles were reversed in the event that led to his Padawan's demise. Bel, being understanding and a wizened, older, experienced man, not only explained that he had no intent of ever blaming his Padawan had the roles been switched, also explained that whatever Kyrie was carrying, she did not need to do so intently. She was able to accept that while things have happened, it does her no good to continuously blame herself in someone's stead. Hesper and Bombyx shared some lunch and drink, before being joined by Kyrie, who immediately proceeded to go for the booze, and then Sami a little bit later. All four of which were completely unaware to the boys sneaking off via the roof to go shopping, with the intent of dressing themselves for the party on the coming days. During the situation, Bel and Ragnar quickly learned that Rune is quite the flirt and teased them unmercifully, while playfully helping them prepare for their outfits and getting to know them a bit better. After that, the two men headed off to rejoin the others, unknowingly passing them by proxy. And Rune was introduced to a slightly day-drunk Bombyx and Hesper, accompanied by a very fish-out-of-water Sami. After the trio had a lovely time, resulting in Hesper getting a little too comfortable in the chair and taking a nap, Sami was given what she believed would be a lovely dress for the party, and the three headed back to the cantina to relax for the rest of the day. Once the evening came, Ragnar snuck out and made his way back to the arena that you all had fought in against Grakadar. Found the Wookiee's body exactly where it had been left, untouched and unceremoniously treated. He took the time to not only bury the dead Wookiee, but the two giant spiders that were also left behind, paying solemn words of respect and saying in Mandoa, "This is going to be so weird to everyone else. I'm going to be judged." I'm being serious. That's not me being facetious. Ragnar proceeded to skin the Wookiee, stripping from it the pelt from its corpse and then burying what remained, stating that the pelt would be worn to honor the warrior that died in battle and deserved better than being discarded by Jafan and Turia. Today, we start day 2 of 3. Each hour bringing us closer to the party where the members of Starbound Squadron will be guests of honor and potentially bring them one step closer to their goal of liberating Gaul from the grippers, god damn it, of Jafan Melnau.
Let's go.
And for that, I'm going with the devil on my shoulder, actually.
I'm gonna tax you 5 cents every time you use that word.
You say that until I decide. Well, I'll let you know what the shoulder decision is. Me and Kyrie are gonna go into another room for a minute because
Why do I keep getting put in my mouth?
Shit.
we need to go hop into the other room for a moment. Ugh.
Are you gonna yell at me because I got my grippers on Troy Baker?
No, but now the entire audience knows you did.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh shit! I forgot where I
Bravo.
was.
You forgot where you were. No. Instead, we are starting this off with Kyrie, middle of her sleep. Another dream comes to her. Just like the last one. She remembers that night a little too much. The conversation with Bel the day before, making the memories a little too present. Though, this time you're also remembering not only the loss of a fallen friend in the name of Tehran, you're also remembering the last time you encountered a woman, Narcissia. What was Kyrie's last memory of her?
Ooh. I wish you could have seen the way I put my hand on my face.
What would this
Probably getting
what would this nightmare be?
arrested. Most likely seeing her get arrested, I believe.
You were very young when that happened, weren't you?
Yeah.
Not great for a young girl to watch her mother be taken away from her, especially on the world like Nar Shaddaa, where too often those who are taken away never come back. To this day, you don't know where she is, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Being that Kyrie has carried so much guilt for so long, is there a bit of her that blames herself for what happened to her mother?
Maybe a little bit. Very faint.
But it's still there nonetheless.
Yeah.
That sense of if only I was better, if only I was oh shit, I forgot to do something. Anyway, continue. If only you were able to make your mother not the way she was, and maybe things would be different. And that nightmare shifts to again the memory of losing someone that you still blame yourself for, even though time and others tell you that is not your fault. You remember time spent with him, learning from him, and discovering that you have capabilities those you grew up with didn't. And instead of judging you or ostracizing you or making you feel shame, Aaron actually made you feel proud of them. You actually started to accept yourself. But ever since that night, you went back to the shame and guilt for all the things that he once saw as great. The last words you continuously hear, that it was him screaming out, "No, it's not your fault. It was an accident," before waking up. Day 2. And now we can jump back to the others. Again.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
I had to make a choice, and then you laughed, so I'm like, nope, we're doing the devil on the shoulder.
You said the word grippers.
And you
That's
laughed.
my word. I did, yeah.
If you had let it go, I wouldn't have gone with the impulse choice.
Okay.
Jennifer Garner, you fucking bitch.
And we're back.
I feel like I have to give the disclaimer that, yeah, your choices do have consequences, guys, apparently.
Ooh.
I also want to make this PSA real quick. Sorry, I'll explain this after the game to y'all. I did nothing wrong to Troy Baker. Troy Baker's fine, okay? I just wanted to say that for the audience. Okay?
We're gonna see the VOD in the next month or so. and
Right?
That'll
Like,
make
what?
sense later. I just need to say that out loud, that he's safe, fine, and no harm came to him. I am not a threat to Troy Baker.
We're gonna see the VOD in the next couple months. It has nothing to do with Kyrie. It's just Kitsune blasting Jaylenne.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that
Oh,
whole
you thought what happened was game related? No, he was just putting me in my place, yelling at me.
Oh no, we went away and we just started talking Apex for like 5 minutes. That's all.
Yeah, we were talking strats.
Yeah, that was all. Anyway, day 2's morning begins. And Kyrie, you woke up rough and tumbled from that long night that felt way too long. The others would wake up as well, some having better sleep than others. We will begin the day, with, I think we'll begin with Sami today.
Oh boy, let's go.
Yeah,
Ow.
that's exactly how Sami started.
That was my back.
That's exactly how Sami started her day.
My back just popped like a fucking accordion.
Oof.
Like, that's what it felt like.
Ouch.
Yeah. To the viewers, don't get old.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a trap. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Okay,
Anyway.
let's go.
Sammy's morning is, albeit the knees pop in the back, straining.
Mm-hmm. The right shoulder's still sore because she got shot the day before.
Oh, definitely. It's tender.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though, despite all that, there is a bit of optimism in Sammy's step, I'd say, because she knows that later on today she can swing by Runa's shop and pick up her lovely gown
Mm-hmm.
and assortment of accessories.
Mm-hmm.
And that she also remembers that she will be getting those new shoes she liked.
Mm-hmm.
So, while the day may start off, oh, I'm in pain, it will get better.
Mm-hmm.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
You had something you wanted to do this morning, though, before all that.
Yep. there is something I want to do, but first things first, I'm gonna check on the gunshot wound in my shoulder, see if I need to redress it.
I will say that Kendra and her lovely spouse have done a good enough job where it's secure. Right now, it's more just like the healing part where it's bruised. And the bruise is what's making it hurt more than anything. Which anyone who's gotten hurt can tell you. The actual wound is, it's rough, but the bruise is 10 times worse because, dear God, it's like the bruise is the most sensitive thing in the world. So no, the dressing's fine. You're just definitely like, okay, just don't move the arm too much.
Yeah.
No acrobatics, no raves.
Yeah. No shrimp rave for this girl today.
I'm just picturing Sami at a rave with her Leku holding some glow sticks. Doing poi with her Leku.
Yep, she'd totally do that. She will get dressed. If she's got any sort of like pain meds in her pack, she'll pop a couple of those.
I will say that your hosts would have provided you with some. Just as a like, hey, it's gonna be rough. Take some Tylenol.
Let's take ibuprofen together.
Hey guys, you got some ibuprofen? Yeah. I got a headache.
You need ibuprofen? I have a headache.
Missing an arm.
Missing an arm. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, you're able to find some, and it does help numb the pain for a little bit.
As she's getting dressed, she's gonna purposely leave some gear behind because she like still doesn't want to draw attention to herself, so she's not gonna have her lightsaber on her or her gauntlets since they have the Jedi emblem on it.
That's fair enough.
She'll still have her Silka beads attached to her headdress though.
Okay.
And she'll have her headdress put back together, like because the little gem that she has can pop back in. So she's got that put back together. She's gonna head down, snag some breakfast real quick, and then she's gonna head into town.
Just for sake, is she gonna go for a light or a heavy breakfast?
Light breakfast.
Okay. You find some like confectionery breakfast meal. You can find a bit of toast and the odd assortment of things you can just grab and eat on your way out.
Toast with Meluron jam.
There you go. As you go out, just for sake of knowing, are any of you up this early, or are you all still conked out and among the dead? All right, you find Bel, Hesper, a very tired and groggy Kyrie slipping around, and I'm assuming Bombyx is in the middle of a shower because you definitely heard the water going as you came out of your room. And while you definitely will probably miss the topless Bombyx that everyone else will be granted, you have things to do.
Yep.
Because I know the audience at home loves the idea of Bombyx always being topless.
It's the way things should be. It's the natural law,
It's
the men are shirtless in the morning, so am I.
We are equal offenders here.
Absolutely. Equal sexiness, equal violence for everyone.
I need that on a t-shirt.
I have no witty comeback for it, so we're just gonna accept that and say that's the new canon. As you go out into town, it is a very quiet day. It's a bit balmy, but to be fair, you've experienced far worse. You see a bunch of people heading through town, some coming off their shift, some heading towards their shift, either or. The groups, though, look tired, run down, miserable. The reminder of what you are here to save. Where do you make your way? Besides downtown?
I remember memorizing the house that those two little kids, that brother and sister, went to.
Yep.
When I first met them, I'm gonna head to that house.
Okay. We'll say it takes you about 15-20 minutes to get there because you're not trying to one, draw attention, as you said, but also you're trying to blend in with the crowd itself just to not stand out or anything. You do finally reach there, and you find let's see. Nice. you find the mother outside, cleaning off the what are they called? Those window gardens. The ones that
Uh-huh.
she's cleaning one out and placing new stuff into one as you approach.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
No.
I actually forget the word is for them, so I think that what they call just window boxes.
Yeah, they're basically just window boxes,
Okay.
flower boxes.
Yeah, flower.
Yeah.
As long as everyone knows what I'm talking about, I don't need the actual word.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's tending to that, cleaning it out, washing it, and then putting more soil into it and some seeds.
Mm-hmm. It's just her out. I don't see the kids anywhere.
Not outside, no.
Mm-hmm. Sami realizes like she was like expecting to see the kids and was like ready to like approach them because they've seen her before, and she
Yes.
realizes like she's never met the mom, and she's just like last minute trying to decide, how do I approach this woman? How do I introduce myself without looking weird or causing a panic?
Right.
She's just like shit.
It's like going up to a like any kind of like register, and you realize I don't know what I want to order. Fuck.
Too anxious to ask for extra packets of ketchup.
I just want extra ketchup, man. Are you gonna stand there for long to figure it out, or are you gonna eventually just buck on up and just be like, "Hey"?
I think I'll just eventually just deep breath, approach, and just go, "Good morning."
She gives a little bit of a jump, not like, "Oh my
Mhm.
god, what the fuck," but more just like she wasn't expecting a voice. Turns and looks at
Mhm.
you and goes, "Oh, good morning. Can I help you?"
Yes, I was just wanting to come. Uh, sorry, I ran into your children the other day, and I just wanted to come and look in on them.
She gets an immediate, not like a panic, but a that worried mother look of, "Oh no, what did my kids do?"
Do I recognize that look?
I would say you, while not a one-to-one, you definitely know the look of how older Jedi would react when the younglings would go out and do things. And the, "Oh no, what happened?"
Yeah.
You recognize enough to be like,
th-
this mother isn't concerned as in afraid for her kids, but
Mhm.
okay, I have two kids. What did one or both of them do?
Did she say that?
No, but she's giving you the look as you're talking, so like you have that moment of like, "Oh shit, I should have led with something else."
I, they haven't done anything wrong. Let me just reassure you that. I just happened to cross paths with them the other day when I entered town, and I just wanted to check to see if them and you were all right.
Oh, thank goodness. For a moment, I thought, you know how kids are. They can be a handful. For a minute, I thought Salwa and Ali had caused more problems in town. Doing this on your own can be exhausting.
What are their names?
Salwa and Ali.
Salwa and Ollie.
Ali as
I'm
in
assuming Salwa.
ALISALWA.
ALISALWA, and then I'm guessing Ollie's the boy and Salwa's the girl.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I
no, you're
need
good.
my notes.
You are definitely good.
Yep.
She immediately like relaxes on the assurance that her kids are not causing problems in town, because the last thing she needs is more problems. She kind of like dusts her hands off. Nice to meet you, by the way. I'm Mariam. You said you met them when you came to town.
Yes. Hi, I'm Sami.
Nice to meet you,
yes,
Sami.
Nice to meet you too. Me and my group just arrived here a couple of days ago, and your little girl Salwa approached me.
She is a brave one. Sometimes more than she should be at her age, but I can't say I fault her. Rather her be brave than cowardly.
It's a noble trait for her to have. And Sammy's gonna look around and do you mind if we step inside to speak?
Of course. Sorry, my manners.
Mm-hmm.
For many of us, it's always work, come home, sleep. It's not often we get socializing as much as we used to. Yes, come on
There's
in.
no need to. There's no need to apologize.
I actually just finished making breakfast if you're hungry.
Oh, yes, I would love some breakfast. Thank you.
She shows you into the home. It's a very, very
Mm-hmm.
humble and Spartan home.
Mm-hmm.
The furniture is very functional. The kitchen looks more function than like gussied up. It doesn't look impoverished, but it doesn't look like she has money to afford nicer things.
Mm-hmm.
On the table you see an honest breakfast. It's nothing too meager, but not too expansive either.
Mm-hmm.
But you also notice these meals are very hold on, guys, sneeze.
Gesundheit.
Allergies suck.
Mm-hmm.
The meal is very, what's the word? It includes things like hummus, pita,
Mm-hmm.
very vegetables and grains.
Very Mediterranean.
Yeah, or Middle Eastern.
Mm-hmm. We love that.
Also, a lot of fruit juices like Juma juice, like non-alcoholic Juma juice. It's very citrusy, very earthy breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
You also notice it's very colorful.
So I can assume my credits went towards some good food for them.
Oh yeah, this is definitely they actually went food shopping immediately after you gave them money. You can tell that everything looks fresh versus like stored.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another plus. And you notice that while there are 3 plates at the table, there's a 4th chair without a placement.
Mm-hmm.
Take a seat anywhere. I'll get you a plate and everything. The kids are getting ready for the day, so they'll be done in a moment. Don't worry if you want to see them. Do you have any allergies to anything? I don't want to give you anything you can't eat.
Not that I am aware of.
Okay, wonderful. Our neighbor, she can't have citrus, so you can imagine what it's like finding drinks for her.
Mm-hmm.
You said you're not from town. Where are you and your friends from?
Well, I'm from Coruscant.
She kind of stops and just slowly looks at you, doing in her head the math distance, and going, wait, that's far. That's very far. What is she doing here?
My friends, I'm still learning more about all of them as I spend my days with them, but so she's trying to like find the words to like kind of let Miriam in on why she's checking in on them and why she's on planet without giving this woman like a heart attack.
I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. I appreciate the consideration. This is a single mother who's just doing her best, and she's realizing what's going on.
Yeah.
She puts a place down in front of you and says, "Help yourself to whatever looks good."
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Long story short, me and my friends are here to help your planet.
I heard rumors that someone would help. I didn't want to believe it. I know Vina she means well, but she kept telling everyone that something would come and we would be saved. And while we don't want to disbelieve her, we didn't want to have hope taken from us again. We've already had too much taken.
Very valid reason to think that way.
Also, she was gone for so long, we didn't even know she was coming back.
Well, funny enough, she contracted us to come here. to help.
Not to seem rude, please, but how are you all going to help if you've been here for a few days? Like, are more people coming? Are you the beginning of something?
We're hopefully the beginning of something. My contacts back on Coruscant currently cannot step in and help. But if things get worse, hopefully I can convince them to this way.
There's a long pause as she stares at the table and just kind of like she fidgets with a like a date.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually she goes, the Republic isn't coming willingly, are they?
I'll be honest with you, I have minimal knowledge of how the Republic works, especially where I grew up.
I understand. I only ask because I know we're far from the core. I know we're just a moon. We don't really rank that high. And I understand that most people only care about us because of the Tabana on Jar. I know we're not like the rich worlds. I get that. And I get that to many we are just a refueling spot in the galaxy. It's just kind of hard not to take that personally times. When other worlds get everything for nothing.
Regardless of that, all of your lives are still very important.
It means a lot to hear that.
Well, in the temple, they raised us to appreciate the value of life.
She slowly blinks. Temple?
Out of curiosity, have your children mentioned there being a Jedi on the planet?
I'll be honest. The imagination on those two, they could have said it and I might have tuned it out. They claimed that this place also had Mandalorians, which makes no sense given we're kind of far from Mandalore.
What if I were to tell you your children were telling you the truth?
She kind of drops the date and like her head kind of does that like
And
tilted
with that,
turn to you.
Sami, when she drops the date, she's gonna just gently reach out, and as the date's falling, with the force, cause the date to stop before it just like clatters on the table.
There's a very sharp inhale. She's not freaking out, but she is definitely like, that was not what I expected to happen. Her voice drops even lower as if she's hoping that no one hears her.
Mm-hmm.
You're too young to be a Jedi, though, aren't you? I always thought Jedis were, like, old and grizzled monks. You're not much younger than me.
Jedi come in all shapes and sizes and ages. I'm still technically very early on in my training. And she's gonna like point at her silk beads hanging from the right side of her headdress.
She looks at it and just kind of like takes it all in and goes, I should have. It makes sense. Yeah, no, you'd have to be. You can't all just be old monks. Eventually, some of you would have to be kids. I apologize for that assumption.
No, apology accepted.
So do I call you Master Jedi or
You can just call me Sami.
Sami? Got it. And then you kind of hear like roll a perception really quick.
Roll a perception. First roll of the day. Natural fucking 20.
Hey, yo!
My God!
As Miriam goes, Sami, okay, you kind of hear like hushed tones coming from behind you. And it becomes obvious to you, more so than Miriam, you have two eavesdroppers behind you.
Are they like hiding behind something?
Out of the corner of your eye, you can notice two pairs of hands on like the frame of the door and like the tip outline of hair, like as if they're trying to hide, but also kind of like peek over without being seen. And you can hear very, very hushed whispers of like, shh, shh, don't let her hear you. Mom will send us away if she knows we're listening.
If you're going to sneak around, you have to be a little quieter than that.
Miriam,
I would know. I used to do it at the temple all the time.
Miriam looks up at first confused, but then puts together what you said.
Sammy just has a shit-eating grin on her face.
And then you hear a, Ali, I told you. Don't be... Fine. Alright, we were eavesdropping. We're not in trouble, are we, Mom? I don't think you need to ask me that. I think you should ask our guest.
They're completely fine. Your mother made you breakfast. I suggest you come join us at the table.
Salwa kind of just like head down, slinks towards it. Ali, though, rushes by her and dives in the chair next to you and stares and just goes, I have so many questions.
I'm sure you do.
Can you really throw people without touching them? And he's like doing that like very fast blinking that kids do. The best way to describe it is if anyone's watched the Mitchells versus the Machines, the younger brother who's obsessed with dinosaurs, this kid is obsessed with Jedi.
Why am I also thinking of Timmy from Jurassic Park?
Or that, yes. Just picture Timmy, and you are Dr. Grant right now.
Yes.
You are his hyperfixation, and he's gonna get answers.
I love it.
Salwa kind of just plops next to her mom and just kind of like looks at the breakfast while awkwardly giving you side eyes to be like, I don't want to get caught looking, but I'm curious. You are the spectacle of the morning.
Technically, we're not advised to throw people, Ali.
But you can do it, right?
And I could. I'd just try my best not to.
He gets like very uncomfortably close to you. Could you throw my sister across the room?
I don't think your mother would appreciate me doing that, especially after I came in to look in on all of you.
Okay. Maybe when Mom goes to work?
No, I cannot do that.
Oh. Okay. Maybe I'll throw her. Maybe I'm a Jedi. He just like puts his hand out towards Salwa, like trying to do something. You can see his face straining to focus. Am I doing this right? Nothing's happening. He keeps trying.
I like your spirit.
Maybe it's only girls that can do it. Goes up to Salwa, like, put your arm out, put your arm out. She's like, stop, stop, stop. Stop touching me. Before Miriam goes, kids, stop touching each other, eat your meal, and stop making our guest probably feel really awkward right now.
I do not feel awkward at all. The younglings at the temple are just as rambunctious.
How many kids are at the temple usually?
Well, I haven't had time to count, but our numbers have definitely increased since the end of the war.
Right, there was that near You guys were almost wiped out, weren't you?
We were. But
Both kids kind of perk up at the idea of Jedi being wiped out, like, excuse me, what now?
it was an unfortunate time in the galaxy, but we were able to rebuild and come back stronger. Which is what me and my friends are hoping to do to help with your planet.
Immediately, Salwa goes, I knew it! And everyone thought I was crazy. I knew when I saw you guys fighting in the fights that you guys were here to do good. Immediately,
She's gonna look at Salva like, what were you doing watching the fights?
immediately, like, staring at both of you like, I have said too much. She kind of just, like, slowly puts her head back down, starts eating her food quietly. I didn't say that at all. I heard that. I heard you guys were in the fights.
Indeed, we were.
Yeah. Would be. I totally should not have been watching those at all. No, I'm too young for that. She kind of like looks at both of you and Miriam like, you're not still staring at me. Oh shit, they're both still staring at me.
Yeah. I'm sure Miriam's giving her like the stern mom look. Sammy's looking at Salva and being like, this little girl was me when I was a child.
She kind of just
Seeing so much of myself in her.
she's kind of doing that whole, if I don't look at mom, she won't get mad at me.
Mm.
Ollie's like, oh, so we can tell mom that you snuck out of class to go watch the arena fights now? Is that what we're doing? And immediately Salwa throws some of her food at her brother.
Can I intervene?
How would you like to try
before the
intervening?
food? I'd like to stop it with the force so it doesn't hit Ollie.
Roll a sleight of hand to see like if you can catch it in time.
Oh god, let's see. Like, their mom was so nice, gave me breakfast. That's a 12.
It gets very close to his face when you stop it.
Mm.
Like you can't stop it far enough away. You get it like right in front of him and you're just holding it just before for him to move out of the way a little bit before you can put it down on the table again.
Mhm.
Salwa, what have I told you about throwing food at your brother? And Ali, what have I told you about making your sister mad at you like that? I do apologize for them. They're at that age.
Like I said, they remind me a lot of the younglings at the temple.
They both need to get ready for school. And then both of them look at each other, quickly scarf down the rest of their meals and go, yeah, okay. As they're leaving, Salwa stops like not looks at you, but kind of like gestures towards you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys you are gonna help though, right? Not just fight in the arenas.
We are. And if there's anything I can personally do for you and your family, I'm at your service.
She goes to say something and looks at the chair you're sitting in, and then pulls away and goes, okay.
DM, I would like to sense emotion.
Okay, go ahead. You need to roll for that?
Nope. It's only if I have to like make a wisdom check against her, but
Okay.
I should just instantly be able to feel what emotions she's feeling.
She is feeling grief, longing, and you get a brief, like, surface memory of Salwa and Ali when they were younger, with a man playing with them. Happy memories that are now tainted by pain.
Okay.
And she quickly, like, adjusts herself back to normal and then heads off to go get ready for school.
Mm.
from where you sit there, you can hear Ollie saying, we totally got to tell everyone, and Salwa going, we're telling no one. They're here to help. We can't say anything.
Your sister's right, Ollie.
I want to tell everyone I made friends with a Jedi. It's a lot cooler than the others in their whole, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. I got to make friends with a Jedi. You can tell he's about to like keep going, but he stops and goes, I'll be good. Can I tell him after, though?
Yes, you can tell them after.
Yes! And he, like, you can hear, like, the Stewie, like, pitter-patter as him running off to his room to get ready. And Salwa following after, and Miriam going, funnily enough, I didn't actually expect to have kids in my life. They're a gift. I love them, but... their father was very convincing. Very, very convincing. So
I don't mean to pry.
Oh?
What happened to your husband?
Um,
I have this unfortunate habit of picking up on people's emotions around me.
you can just say that Salwa is not subtle. She wears a lot of her thoughts on her sleeve. No, their father was one of the few people who did not quite take to Jafan's arrival willingly. He was a union leader for the miners up on the station, and he convinced them all that we weren't going to be pushed around by outsiders. We weren't going to accept this situation, and we were going to band together and preserve our autonomy. And everyone believed him, and Jafan made an example of him. Along with a bunch of others.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you. I'm not upset that he did what he did. I am proud of him for what he did, because he stood up for something and he did not capitulate to people like them. I just wish it turned out differently. And I try to teach my kids the bravery of my husband, but also remind them that they cannot be as brave as him, but they are young, and people that are here don't care if they're kids. It's definitely hard to convince them to not go living up to their father's example. Doesn't stop Salwa from trying in her own little ways. I don't know if you've seen it, but she's been quite artistic, leaving messages all over town on the side of buildings.
Have I noticed that graffiti around town, DM?
Roll a lore.
Lore. That is 15.
You've noticed some graffiti around town. And you've also noticed that a lot of it it's impressive, but it's definitely done by like a child, not an adult tagger. And most of it is like resistant in nature, but it's definitely not uniform. Someone's finding their artistic voice. And you can't help but notice that, like, now that she's said that, you kind of look towards where Salwa left off and be like, oh, that girl's gonna have a lot of angsty puberty ahead of her.
Once again, Sami sees too much of herself in this girl.
And you love it. The impulse to be like, good. Good child.
Mm-hmm.
Give in to the spite.
Yeah.
But no, she eventually goes, Hugo was, or is, definitely not a bad father. He just didn't win. And unfortunately, we're what's left.
Do I pick up that she said is instead of was?
Yeah, she wasn't trying to like subtle. She did it for herself, not for anything else.
No, because
Oh yeah.
me as a player, I'm remembering you saying that Jafon took some people from town and carbon froze them.
Mm-hmm. Look at you keeping notes. Proud GM moment.
I don't mean to pry more, but when you say Jafon made an example of your husband,
He after the resistance attempt, he took 5 of the leaders of town and carbon froze them. They're sitting in his office, throne room, whatever you want to call it. Hugo's one of them. I assume he's alive, but I don't know the extent of carbon freezing.
if there's any possibility of rescuing him, I will do what I can.
I don't want you to put yourself at risk more than you already are for one man, but I do appreciate the sentiment. Just know that if you do anything, his wife has a lot of things to say to him.
Make sure to debrief him if I do come across him.
Make sure he comes back wearing armor. I may be a little angry. Not for being him, no, but just... Those two are a lot, and Saul was definitely a daddy's girl, so... You tried putting a little girl to bed who only wants her father. I don't take it personally, but he has a lot to make up for. Also, he's the better cook.
A couple of my friends specialize in armor. Couple of my friends specialize in armor. Maybe they can help deck him out.
It means a lot that you even would consider it. After a few minutes, the kids come down. They say their goodbyes as they head out for the day. As they go, they kind of give you a long, like, not a faraway gaze, but a hopeful one.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie doesn't know exactly how Jedi behave, but he kind of does a mock bow, not knowing if that's the appropriate thing to do. And Salwa just kind of like face palms and goes, "Adult, that's not what they do. They say the whole 'May the Force be with you' thing. Remember? Oh yeah, may the forces be with you."
May the Force be with you, Ali. You as well, Salwa.
Thanks. Come on, dork. Kind of drags him out. I always wonder what they would be like if this all didn't happen. Then again, I have an idea what they'd be like because their father had such plans for them. He wanted to train Salwa to be like him and get into politics. And I said, "Oh, that'd be great." And then she got older, I realized, oh God, that'd be awful. That girl has no censor.
Well, from what I've heard about how our Senate is on Coruscant, perhaps we need someone with no filter. Sorry, my Twi'leki accent came out there a little bit.
She kind of just like has a chuckle. My daughter is senator. Do senators get fired for saying what they think all the time?
I would have to do more research once again.
Oh,
I
no,
haven't
I know.
associated myself with the Senate much.
Imagining my daughter going that far is just proud, but also, oh no, I wouldn't be there to stop her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to pry back, and if it's too personal, you can say, are your parents proud of you being a Jedi?
Sami will pause a moment to have a couple of those flashes of memories of faces she can't make out.
Nervously eats while thinking.
Yeah. I never knew my parents. I would hope they're proud of
Oh, I apologize.
me. There's no need to apologize.
Here I am complaining about my kids being kids, and I know you said not to apologize, but I should have been more considerate of that. Is that a typical Jedi thing, or is that not common? We don't really know
It's
much
not
about
that-
you guys out here.
It's not that common. A lot of us are brought to the temple when we are very young.
Huh.
According to my master, my parents died when I was barely 3.
You immediately see the mother face take over, and just thinking about that and going,
Jesus, I keep adopting mothers. Also, I don't want to take up too much
no,
time.
we're definitely getting to a
on
point.
this. Yeah.
She just gives a look and goes, I can't fathom leaving my kids like that, but also, I'm glad you found some people to care for you regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to feed you and kick you out, but I do have a shift soon.
No, it's completely fine. Like I said, I came by to check on all of you. And I meant it. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
I'm getting the feeling the credits Salwa produced to give us this week's meals, I'm assuming they came from you.
And Sam will just smile and produce 100 more credits to give to her. Like I said, I am here to help.
The woman sputters like, not that she hasn't seen this many credits before, she's not that poor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a case of
Yeah.
like, you're just giving it to her, and she's like,
Yeah.
If Hugo was here, he would tell me to let go of my pride and accept your kindness. It is hard to adjust to being in the situation I am in, but I am appreciative nonetheless. She gingerly takes the credits from you.
Mm-hmm.
When this is over, I will pay you back. For everything.
Seeing your family reunited is payment enough for me.
There's like that deep inhale of a mother being like, listen, you little shit. I will not be a charity case. But she doesn't say anything.
Sami hasn't gotten to be a little shit for a while, okay?
Oh no, but she's giving you that look of like, I'm gonna remember you said that because I'm a mother and I will make you pay for that. She's
I'm gonna look at my notes again real quick. I think I have it. What's the name of the tavern we're staying at again? Is it the Dewback?
No, that was the one on you guys are staying at
The Dewback was something Turia recommended, right?
Yeah. You guys
There.
you guys are staying at Gull City. Blah, 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 blah.
I might find it real quick.
The Grove Cantina.
Grove Cantina.
Yes.
Okay.
I had to go through like 10 pages of notes to find that. I'm like, where the fuck did I click that? Yeah, you guys at the Grove Cantina.
Like I said, if you need anything, I'm currently staying at the Grove.
Oh, you guys are staying with Kendra? That makes sense.
Yes, Kendra and Rix have been very gracious hosts.
I believe Kendra, but Rix has been gracious?
I mean, she patched me up yesterday, so she'll nod to the wrapping on her arm.
She immediately resists the urge to mother you and goes, okay. I'll remember that you guys are staying there. Give my thanks to the two of them for taking care of you both. Well, all. Had we more room, I would have offered you guys lodging, but we do have limited space. And while the kids would love it, I don't think my house could fit all of you.
I wouldn't possibly want to put your family in danger. Either way.
I'm a mother. I'm always in danger. But I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. From there, though, we'll say that you do part ways peacefully, and I feel Sami has a bit of a happier disposition after that experience.
Happier disposition, and she now has a goal of what she personally wants to do in regards to dealing with Jafon.
Right. Also, that moment of, I have another mother. What the fuck?
She just is adopting moms.
Everyone has their little clique. You just happen to be collecting moms.
Mm-hmm.
And for anyone watching, no, she's not a MILF. She's a mother.
Mother.
Anyway, we're going to shift back to the Grove Cantina while Sami is off doing that. Bel, you have started your day with your morning meditations, your exercises, and your making sure that you are functioning and ready for the day. You had watched Sami depart for who knows what the fuck she's doing. You do find that Hesper is eating breakfast as well and enjoying company. That's right, bitch. I'm just dragging you guys right into this.
Bel coming back from outside for his exercise and meditation. Once again, shirtless because he lost it. Okay, so there are multiple reasons. All right, there are multiple reasons as to why. One, it's canon and it's on par with the thing now.
Thank you, Hannah, for giving the face I'm giving too. Thank you.
But it's also because he loves to feel the sun on his skin.
Uh-huh. For those at home watching, please keep counter of how many times someone in the party is shirtless. For no other reason than they can be.
Are we gonna have our own version of a crit roll stats?
I might already have Excel sheets. Don't worry about it.
Kind of like got a bit of a sweat going on. Has a towel around his neck and down his shoulders. And he comes in and grabs a cup of calf and sees Hesper. Oh, good morning.
Morning.
Sleep well, I take it.
For the record, Hesper, I need you to roll a Constitution save.
Oh,
Because you definitely,
wonderful.
definitely had a long sleep after that day drinking expedition.
Constitution saving throw, you said?
Yeah, we're trying to see if you have a hangover.
That's a 5.
Ooh, no.
While the sound of Bel's voice is not painful, that bright light from the outside definitely made you throw your head towards the bar like, no, go away, too much bright.
She's just like...
It's not, you are not sensitive to sound, but you are definitely sensitive to light.
Can someone turn the sun off?
I unfortunately do not have that power. Grabs like something, like goes into his belt, into his pack, and because Bel was part of a smuggling crew,
Of course.
One thing he always had on him was stuff to ease hangovers, because smugglers,
Our
when they
hearty.
do a job, they party. Goes
Howdy,
into his
howdy.
belt and drops 2 small white tablets that will help with the hangover.
What is it?
I think it's just called Wake the Fuck Up.
Sure. Why the hell not? She takes it.
As you say that. So, as hold on, 3, 2, 1, now.
Holy fuck.
There we go. There we go. I forgot it has a bit of a fuse.
What is that? What the? Why didn't I have this shit on Batu?
As you're drinking that, just so you know, Rix comes over with a very thick, goopy green liquid in a glass and slides it to you, saying, "While that may help, I think you should also drink this."
Okay, what's that?
It's what Kendra has me drink when I get a little too adventurous with bottles, and all you need to know is it works.
She like hesitates, grabs it, sniffs it. What does it smell like? Is it good, bad?
It smells green.
It smells green. Fair. Your special power is green. Wait, what? Green. She will take a sip.
Surprisingly, it doesn't taste bad, but it is very
green.
No, it's very milkshake consistency. And Rix just stares at you. You need to finish the entire cup for it to work.
The entire cup.
She kind of like just does that thing with her hands, like, go now. Down it.
Fine. So she downs it.
The more you drink it, the more your headache kind of recedes. And when you're done the cup, you actually feel better. To the point that I will grant you 5 temporary hit points.
Woo!
Ah, sweet. Let's go.
And all you hear from Kendra in the kitchen is, the hangover fixer elixir always works. Don't doubt me. That being said, don't drink too much because it may have something in it that you shouldn't consume too much of. And you just hear Rix go, oh my god, it's got a little bit of lithium. Whatever.
I'm sorry, what?
It's got a pinch of lithium. It's fine. It won't kill you. It just puts hair on your chest. Anyway, enjoy your breakfast, you guys. I will be in the kitchen with Kendra.
Okay. So I was actually thinking, as we are going to be shifting the roles of pilot, co-pilot when we're out and about, I think it's important that we have a sense of fluidity when it comes to us behind the helm. So I just wanted to pick at your brain, at your techniques, what you prefer, and you can pick at my brain so that we can. It'll be easier for us to get out of tight spots, especially if we're going to need to make maneuvers like the like that canyon or evade firefights.
Sure.
Like, plus I haven't had anyone to talk piloting shop for a while, so figured
It's
it'd be
true.
fun.
I learned everything from my dad.
I learned. I learned from a number of sources. I learned from the Jedi. They do a bit of piloting training. I learned from some other smugglers, and I even learned a few from pod racers. Sorry, not pod racers. Swoop bike.
Thank you. I was about to be like, I'm actually in the middle of the game, but
I was like, I jumped ahead.
I was muted, but I had my hand up still to speak.
I didn't want to.
like,
I didn't want to actually you, but I'm like, wait, not yet. We're not that far ahead.
Here's the thing. Like I said, pod racing, but then I remember we had a conversation a couple of nights ago, going, "Oh shit, yeah, no, pod racing is not a thing at this timeline." Wait, swoop bike racing is what I meant.
For those at home, pod racing was not invented yet. We still do swoop bike racing,
which is actually more dangerous because you are basically cock rocketing this shit.
Yes. Imagine if you would riding between your legs a jet engine the size of a crotch rocket motorcycle, while dangling over dangerous terrain like cities or sewers or worse, Beggar's Canyon. Back to the game.
Yeah, I learned from a number of sources because as a smuggler, you need to find the routes and you need to know how to fight or when to evade one.
Right. That's the best skill that any smuggler really can learn, is knowing when to run the fuck away. Or run in with vim and vigor.
Yes. And judging from how well we've moved through the canyon, that ship that we have is nimble.
Yeah.
You hear a deep sneeze from Ragnar upstairs.
Just is that man okay?
You just hear
is he?
a very low. Damn allergies. Not at all, because while the ship may have been nimble, Ragnar was not.
Bang.
Ragnar be nimble, Ragnar be quick.
There's still a Mando-sized dent in the wall.
Yeah, there is. And not from the fun things.
God, I fucking wish.
So, out of curiosity, if you're making evasive maneuvers, do you divert all power to the engines, or do you prefer to keep it on a balanced control?
I do kind of a mix, so I keep it balanced for the most part, but when I'm making those tight turns, then I put the power into the engines.
You see, like, people always tell me, just divert power to the engines for anything, and I'm like,
yeah, but then
no.
if you have too much speed and too much power, you can crash easier instead of making a smooth maneuver.
I actually found that if you divert all power to the engines and have it a half throttle, you maneuver so much better.
Okay, but the clutch is like the best.
The clutch is the best. Although
you have to be careful on how you use it.
What's the motivator like on the ship? Like, is it or is it sticky, or is it like quite responsive?
I mean, it depends on what I'm driving or what I'm piloting.
What was the last?
Because sometimes they're different. It was kind of sticky. I felt like I couldn't quite get it sometimes, which is totally not my own skills in piloting and why we crashed into the walls. It's totally sticky.
Well, what you and I could do, we can mess around with the calibrations to fit both our needs. We have yet to customize our home away from home.
I need to look at the compressors.
Oh, please tell me there's no compressors on that ship.
I really hope not.
I need you both to roll technology.
Sweet.
Look.
If we're about to have
above
a
table.
Rane hard solo moment,
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head! You know exactly what I'm talking about.
30-20.
Okay.
Nice. Oh! 21.
Yes.
I love how every time anything to do with the ship comes up, Hesper beats Bel by like a minimal of like 1 or 2. It's never drastic, but it's enough to be like.
No.
It's enough to be like, I am better.
Yeah.
Just a little
It's
bit.
like, yeah, I am good.
It's like you're good, but I'm just a little bit better. Both of you know that while compressors aren't commonly used in this type of ship, there are some that definitely could be bypassed if needed. This ship is very modular in that it's designed to be customized for whatever situations come up.
Mm.
So things are literally designed to be interchangeable as the pilots need, including internal parts. Them Corellians know how to make a good ship. Even if it looks like a piece of junk.
If it does have any compressors, we need to get rid of them.
Yeah. I can probably bypass a few if they do have some. What I really want to look at is the fuel system. I want to make sure that there's no sputtering. Just in case for the future, because I had one time when I didn't check in my own little speeder back on my home planet, and it busted the whole system.
Actually, that's a well. We did a quick diagnostics check, and I don't think there was any fuel leaks.
We did, but you never know. You have to always check.
Well, considering our ship is way out in the boonies, and we don't know what's happening with it, so maybe instead of
No fucking way. I'm so sorry. Above table. You were. Ray's theme just started playing in my ears right now.
I want both of you, because Bel mentioned the ship's off on its own and you guys don't know the condition. Both you roll an intelligence.
Okay.
Just that moment of realization. Oh shit, who's watching our ship?
That is 17.
Okay.
Is it just intelligence?
It's just a flat intelligence.
20.
You're in Gaul City. I'm in Gaul City. Who's watching the plane?
Right.
Who's watching?
Right.
Bel, you remember that your Mando friends say that they will keep an eye on the ship. Hesper, though, you know specifically as you were with them last. Elrox and Emru did say that they would keep an eye on the ship, and if anything happened, they would move it to a safe place. That being said, in that moment of, how will they tell us where it is, does creep into your mind of like,
Right.
if they have to move the ship, how are they going to tell us without coming to town? And they don't know where we are in town. Oh shit. There's that little creeping sensation of, we didn't give the Mandos our number.
What are you doing in my swamp?
And Shrek joined the call. But yeah, both of you know that the Mandalorians are...
Okay.
You are fine. Don't worry. Discord does have its hiccups. But no, you both know the ship is fine with the Mandalorians. So there is that creepy feeling of, oh shit, if something happens, how will they tell us?
Should we ask Elrox and Emru where said ship is right now?
Yeah, go check the office.
Because they said they could move it to a safe place.
Do we have a means of
where that is,
communicating?
I don't know.
Do we have means of communicating with them?
Are you asking me or are you asking Hesper?
Both?
Before I answer when it's not my place to answer. You would have Hesper would have a communication means, because Hesper was the last to be with them, and Alrox, being the responsible adult that he is, definitely did give Hesper a "Hey, if emergency, please push communication button." So Hesper does have a means, though I don't think Bel would know that unless Hesper told him.
I do have a means of communicating with them. I don't want to alarm them, though, and make them think that this is some kind of emergency, though.
Maybe an update on the ship's location, just in case we need to make a break for that and get the Criff out of Dodge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She has like a comm link to them, right?
It's more that you had the frequency on for your comlink. Instead of so instead of having like a specific 1-to-1, you know the frequency they use.
The frequency, yeah. That's what I meant, but I did not what I said. What I meant.
No, but just so you are aware, yes, you do have the frequency for Alrox.
Yeah, she'll send a message to Alrox and be like, "Hey, not an emergency, just a question. Where would our means of transportation be at this current moment? Original place or elsewhere?"
I need to roll for this. Okay. Emerald, give me the comm link. I said, give me the. Do not give me that look, woman. Just because you're tall, it could be important. Give me the comm link. Do you hear something in Mandoa? You don't know what it means. You hear a bit of shuffling of things. Emru Nist, I swear to the... Don't you look... I don't care how cute that you think I look like this. Give me the comm... It could be a big deal. More shuffling. Hi, this is Alrox. What's up?
Ship? Location?
Oh, Hesper. Hi. Yeah, no.
Hey!
Your ship's fine. It's where you left it. Is everything okay?
Yeah, just wanted to run some diagnostics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, everything's fine. We're all good here. How are you guys?
Doing good. Just talking piloting.
Yeah, no, me and Ember too. We're just talking stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Married stuff.
I can hear this.
Yes, you can.
I would like to make
Are y'all fucking?
I would like to make a loudspeaker fucking inside check to see if it was actually.
By all means, go for it. For the record, this was an impulse roll, so thank the dice for this moment. What did you roll?
I'm about to say, did y'all interrupt him during sexy time?
You may have. That is a 21.
While you're listening to Alrox try to play it cool, you hear Emru yell, "They're fine. Get back to bed." And Alrox hiss, as in they didn't need to know that.
At one time, Hesper asked the wrong Mando if they were fucking or not.
I'm noticing a trend with Hesper calling Mandalorians. It's not a...
She's got a type, I guess.
It's not like you're trying. It's just the Force doesn't like you.
I'm not trying.
The Force is like, hey. They're very, very, very enthusiastically affectionate people.
No.
I
will say Hesper will say just Bel just listening in, but then suddenly
Hesper will go, "Anyway, that's all I had to ask. Okay, thanks, bye."
You hear a very quick, "Yeah, bye." Click.
Did we just...
Oh, they were fucking.
Yeah, we interrupted them, and I feel bad now.
What do you feel bad for, Elrox?
Anyway,
Yes.
anyway, ship.
That's a That's a bit of travel, and I don't think we can move
Fair enough.
because I don't think we can leave the city due to the fact that we are
Oh yeah, you're right.
like
Ugh.
we are likely being watched.
I'm just
So-
kind of used to that feeling.
Like in an anime, you both
I
hear,
always feel like I'm being watched.
like in an anime, you hear that little like caw, caw, totally a bird, caw, caw outside. Ow, my leg. But no, you it is very presumed that you guys can't leave the city because Turia's men are kinda watching you.
Yeah.
Got the
They-
feeling somebody's watching you.
I forgot that we've got creeps watching us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
At least watching you to make sure you guys are safe. You are supposed to be honored guests, after all.
this is true.
Don't need anything happening to Turia's guest of honor.
So we both agree. Any compressors we find, we rip in that.
Oh, they're gone.
wrap.
Like immediately. If I find a single compressor,
So much stress.
I'm
on
getting
behind
rid
the
of it.
lines. Oh, I do have to make a rule. Have you heard of light
Oh.
speed skipping?
Yes.
Can we not?
Damn.
Only because I nearly lost
Why?
my crew. I nearly lost my crew that way, and we nearly were just jettisons to the four corners of the outer rim because we nearly had a power core blow.
Also,
I
aren't
know-
there like light speed demons out there?
Not that I've heard of.
Roll a,
That's the
roll a lore.
I just learned this lore recently.
Don't worry about it.
6.
Belle, you've heard ghost stories.
I've heard ghost stories, but that's about it.
Specifically, you've heard stories of ships coming out of hyperspace without anyone in them. The ship is empty. No signs of even a struggle, just empty
Vanished.
vessels.
Gone. Poof.
All you
Typically,
but what's usually found is records like logs of the crew going mad, claiming that they're being watched. But there's no one there. And worst of all, they swear they hear something scraping on the hull. Or even some reporting that they feel scraping in their heads. Anyway, continue.
That lore, I'm not joking. I don't know if you can see it, but like it legitimately freaks me out so much that my eyes water.
I thought the Blackwing virus was bad.
Oh, I thought so.
This is scarier
It's just
than
as bad.
zombies.
It's scary.
Isn't
Look,
it just?
look.
And
Look, stormtrooper zombies were frightening enough.
Right.
that though, don't say what it is. That though is worse.
Yeah, that like, yeah, we're just gonna jump to this. Pff, gone. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Anyone watching who wants to know what it is, just look it up on Wikipedia yourself, because we are not going to utter the name of this thing.
And just remember, as a GM,
I do not remember the name of said thing.
You don't
I
need-
do not utter.
as the GM, remember, I have power. And while the chances of it happening aren't likely, it's never zero.
The
I
chances of your
apologize.
GM
I should have not have mentioned this.
Oh, no. I'm the Star Wars nerd who knows about those long before you mentioned it.
The chances of your DM turning your happy-go-lucky Star Wars game into an eldritch horror are low, but never zero.
True.
I have a niche. Anyway, back to your horror story moment of Bel going, I've heard ghost stories.
Yep.
Yeah, so like, wouldn't that I want to try it, but also at the same time, I don't want to increase our chances of said ghost stories coming true.
Yeah, let's so let's not. I think the skipping will have to be last resort.
Fine.
And I mean, like, as in we can't move, we can't outmove the last ditch.
Fine.
Although,
Hang on a second.
Just so you know, Bel, you do feel a cold chill climb up your spine thinking about that ghost story. And you aren't sure if it's the Force telling you that it might not be a story or just, spooky
General
vibes.
heebie-jeebies.
But either way, it definitely brought a chill to your spine.
I'm good. I'm good.
And coincidentally, it's around this time that Bombyx saunters down for breakfast and then saunters off to her room with her meal. And yes, she is topless. And then just...
Good morning, Stripes.
Good morning.
Goodbye, Stripes.
Yeah. Yes, she is. Always. In the morning specifically. Not permanently, in the morning.
You both just watch a wild topless Hesper come down, Bombyx come down, grab a breakfast, and walk away.
Oh, wild topless Hesper.
What? Topless Hesper topless.
Yeah, the tone just definitely shifted for that. My bad.
Oh, that didn't you guys know? That doesn't come till later.
Bombyx is topless in the mornings. Hesper's is topless at certain hours of the day, when the moon is perfectly aligned with the sun. Every third week of the month.
Every third week, yes.
So,
New headcanon, everyone is shirtless at different points, but they all have like a schedule for it, and no one knows the schedule other than themselves. So we're all just gradually finding out the schedule for everyone being shirtless.
There are 7 of you. There are 7 days of the week. You guys can have a day each.
That's true. Although Bel will happily dibs mornings. Just.
Oh, God. Oh, God, the fan art someone could make with that. Anyway.
Alright, like, there's a schedule on the ship's fridge. Alright, who double booked?
Excuse me, Sami, this is not your day to be shirtless. Sami walking by. I'm just not wearing... Oh, headdress, my bad.
Also, I just wanted to double check on you after everything that happened. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I wasn't hurt physically.
You know, with everything that went on, I don't want to tell you what to do, but try not to be too hard on him. No, he meant well. He was going through his own moment of negative reflection, and it wasn't the best execution, and he will quite easily. I imagine it stung for, and I'm not invalidating your feelings, but I just wanted to let you know.
Well, I appreciate it.
So, remind me when we get back to the ship. Let's do a once over.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Good. And some minor tweaks there, so we could get our style down.
Mm-hmm. And no compressors.
No. Right.
I feel like this is a good spot to take a break before we get too into something else.
Okay.
Good hour and a half. Everyone get up, stretch, do break timey things. We'll be back in just a few minutes. And for those watching, it'll be way less than a few minutes. So BRB, and when we return, we will see what happens next in the morning of day 2. Remember, tip your waitress and I guess eat breakfast shirtless, I guess. That's the moral of today's episode. BRB. Okay, we're back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
The morning
Exotic butters.
The morning continues on. And while Hesper and Bel discuss how they're definitely going to make that ship theirs and rip out anything they don't like, whether
No compressors.
Whether the ship likes it or not. On her way back from visiting the children and Miriam, Sami is still in the commercial section, so it would behoove her to swing by Runa's place just to check on her gown.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as especially, it would be foolish to go home and then come back out later.
Yeah.
You're already there, so,
Yeah.
let's stop by.
I mean, she's like not expecting to see the dress expecting the dress to be fully done.
Yeah, you're just poking in.
Yeah.
You enter and it's an empty shop, though the ding dong ding, goes off.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a very familiar, enthusiastic, "I'll be with you in a moment," from the back of the shop. Just peruse until I am ready. If you see anything you like, be sure to take it off the rack.
I don't know if Sami would say anything. Because here's me wondering if I would say anything. Think I would just start perusing?
Do you wish to peruse?
Yes, I shall peruse.
All right, you peruse. You find some dresses. You saw a lot of this yesterday, but now you're able to not feel surrounded by women who want to dress you.
Yeah.
You're now also keeping an eye on 2 drunk women who are like in the corner going thumbs up, like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's more calm and relaxed today.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of lovely outfits. Some of them you can't help but wonder what someone would wear them for. Others you definitely wonder what someone would wear them for.
Oh God.
As they are
what kind?
You find some evening wear, like,
Mm-hmm.
gowns, all that. You find some more businessy attire, but then you definitely see that Runa also caters to more intimate clothing.
Oh my.
Like custom negligee and the like. And admittedly, Sami has never seen such little fabric.
Nope. No.
And is
never.
And
not even on hollows.
That practical part of the brain kicks in, like, where would you wear this?
Yeah.
It doesn't cover much. What is this for?
I think she'd probably be like holding a piece in her hand and just like going over the just like, okay, what would this cover? How do you even put it on? She's investigating.
As she's looking at it, you just hear a very, very confident, "Darling, if you're gonna wear that, I suggest you at least, find a matching headdress to go with it."
She's gonna drop what she's holding, not realizing she was being watched. I just was just looking and like hello.
Morning, darling. How are you today?
I'm doing good. She's gonna scramble, pick up the outfit, and hang it back up. I just wanted to stop by and see how everything was coming along here after yesterday.
Of course. Also, just in case you are curious, no judgment, I'd check out that number on the other side, the periwinkle gray one. Just say.
Someone's got to turn and look. Is this a skimpy outfit too?
Oh yeah, it's kind of the same thing, but just in a different color.
Oh, I'm fine. Actually, not
Oh,
looking for anything like that.
No judgment, just in case you got curious.
I believe I am fine.
Okay. Are you here about your outfit?
Yes, I understand these things take time, but I happen to be passing through the commercial district.
Oh, honey, it's fine. It is good that you check in. I'm actually just finishing up yours now. Would you like to see how it fits?
Yes, please, if I could.
Of course. Head into the changing room. I'll bring your stuff over momentarily. She kind of slides into the back to fetch your stuff.
Okay.
And comes back holding a large box that contains the dress and all the accessories, and just places it next to the a little step stool that you would stand on in front of the mirrors, and goes, change and try it on. I'll be outside if you need anything.
She will change out of her clothes and put everything on.
The dress fits very perfectly, almost like a glove.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't help but stare yourself in the mirror like, oh shit, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
How would Sami feel seeing this coming to life version of something that she had in her head?
I think she might be with some emotion a little bit. Like, it's not like sad, but like happy tears.
Did she put the heels on or the flats?
I think she would do the sandals first. Okay. She really did like the gladiator sandals.
Right. After a few moments, you hear her go, are you decent, darling, or do you need more time?
No, I'm ready. And she'll step out in the full entourage.
I truly can't help but say it. When I'm good, I'm good. You look like the stars in the night sky, darling.
You don't have to over-exaggerate things.
No, I'm serious. You look beautiful. Do you feel good in the outfit?
Yes, I do.
Then I did my job. Remember, as I said yesterday, all I do is enhance what's already there. I didn't add anything to the mix. Think of it as adding... what is that spice? Paprika. It's no flavor, but it does make everything look nicer.
It's an interesting way to put it.
You're an interesting looking woman. I definitely can see why you wanted this dress, though. It complements your skin, it makes your eyes pop. And the accessories, they make you look like a queen.
I'm curious, though, that you picked out this armband. It doesn't really match the color.
No, it doesn't, does it? Matches something else, though.
What does it match?
One moment. She kind of like disappears in the back.
Oh, God.
And she comes out carrying a mannequin, very large mannequin. And she places it near you and goes, another customer picked out this outfit. And I felt that it went well with what you were going for. And you are looking at a midnight purple suit with Beskar cufflinks and buttons. And you can't help but notice the size finally starts to click, and then you go, oh.
Oh, shit.
Like, the pieces start finally connecting, all the lights start turning on.
Her face will, the color of her cheeks will darken. Oh, he and I, him and me,
She actually quickly puts her finger, like, just her index and middle finger to your lips and goes, no, don't worry about it. It's not anything like that. I'm just saying coordination amongst a group is key. And besides, he was very insistent about the purple.
He was?
I offered a few other colors, but he said no, he wanted that color specifically. So
I think I'm afraid to ask why ever for.
I mean, I have my theories. I'd love to hear yours.
He and I are just friends. We're friends.
Of course. Just like the other two that came in, darling, you don't have to be attached to the hip to coordinate. Besides, someone like you could do better. You deserve the galaxy, not the first person who smiles at you. Remember that.
I will keep that in mind. I can't believe the conversation has gotten to this. I will keep that in mind.
That's all I ask. Any complaints about the dress or the accessories?
No, the dress fits perfectly. Everything's perfect.
I hope you won't be offended, but I took the liberty of adding something I think no dress should go without. You'll find that there are 2 pockets on the sides, and check the shoulders. There are creative pockets on the shoulder straps, so if you want to put anything in there, you know.
So, like, check to see where all the pockets are?
You'll find that there are 6 pockets on the dress altogether, and none of them actually take away from the design. They're made to blend into the actual flow of the dress.
Oh, we love it when a dress has pockets.
And the pockets do not take away from the flowiness if you were to spin to give that little billowy feel.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
love
like,
it.
And she's like, just so you know, the shoulder ones you can take off.
Oh, interesting.
You know, if you don't want them there.
I will keep that in mind.
Yes. I don't know about you, but I just think everything should have pockets.
I wish my usual clothing had more pockets on it.
I could fix that if you would like. Just leave what you have with me.
I don't have those clothes on me right now.
Oh, I'm not saying now. Just any point, darling. I'm always open.
Maybe if I'm passing through again this evening, I'll drop them off with you.
Fair enough. It's funny, before you actually came by, our other mutual friend dropped off something for his outfit, and I was just getting finished with it. Would you mind critiquing?
Sure. I'm just trying to figure out which mutual friend you're talking about.
She kind of side eyes.
She's side eyes. If she's talking about the mannequin, I am going to crash out.
She kind of side eyes the mannequin, like, you know, our mutual friend.
Okay. I guess I can help. Yes.
She goes in the back and comes back, and she drapes a pelt over. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Speak of the fucking devil, and he appears.
Lo and behold, Zack actually is a fucking fae.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna retcon this, actually.
No, wait.
No. We're gonna retcon this in a good way.
Wait.
We're gonna retcon this. I'm retracting Bruna's previous statement.
Oh,
While you're discussing all this, the door opens.
Wait. Sorry. I'm good. I'm great. I'm so great. Hello. Hi.
The door opens and you hear the ding, ding, ding chime, and Runa slowly turns and goes, "Ah, this morning just got more interesting."
Oh, Jesus. I'm still in the dress, too! Fuck! Okay.
No, and she just says, "Stay here, darling, stay here. I have another customer. I don't want to, leave them waiting. I'll be right back." And she leaves you in the changing space.
Yeah.
Sliding out and into the main area. Ragnar, what are you doing at the clothing shop this morning?
I am carrying the Wookiee pellets in to the shop.
Yes, you are.
There's a very somber, respectful look on his face, and he looks a little concerning because I don't think he's cleaned the blood off yet.
I would say, because it's been since last night, I would say you did like the basic, like, rinsed it.
Yeah.
It may not be perfectly clean, but it's not dripping like, fresh from the kill.
Yeah.
For the record, Ragnar, you only see Runa when you enter.
Okay.
And she just looks at you. Ah. How you doing, handsome?
As well as I can.
I see you come bearing gifts.
Yes. I have an additional project I'd like you to work on, if you don't mind.
I love a challenge. What do you have for me?
And he is going to unroll the entire hide and just put it out in front of himself.
She kind of glides over to you and examines it. This is intriguing. It looks to me like a challenge worth taking. Sami, if you were to do that, you have to roll stealth.
Okay, let's go. I rolled a 3. That's a 5 total.
How does Sami try taking a peek?
Remember how Selma and Ollie were trying to peek earlier? Sammy's kind of like that as well.
Okay.
Like imagine like she's like still kind of like in the dressing room, like peeking around the
corner.
the curtain. Like
okay. As you do that, you immediately notice the towering Mandalorian standing before Runa. However, in your attempt to be sneaky, Runa's not as tall as Ragnar. She maybe comes up to maybe his sternum. So there's at least a head and a half of space between the top of her head and his eyes. You two kind of lock eyes in a moment as she's looking at the pelt and you're peeking out around the corner. And there's a moment of eye contact.
Prolonged eye contact.
This is so much better than I could have hoped.
Oh my goodness.
There was no way I could have planned this better.
Standoff now. Who makes the first move?
Roll for initiative. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not at my desk right now, so...
No, you're all good.
No, the only initiative I would really do is like both of you having to have that moment of, oh no, who reacts first?
Do I just see her head?
You see, in this instance, a very familiar purple forehead and like up to the bridge of her nose and eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And after the eye contact is made, does Sami immediately backtrack into the changing room, or do you stay there frozen like a deer in headlights?
Let me roll to see what I do. Oh, she, like, eyes widen, immediately ducks back behind the curtain.
I didn't, and he'll turn back to Runa. I didn't come at a bad time, did I?
What makes you think this is a bad time?
I don't know. I didn't know if you had other customers at all, or if you were busy with anything else, or and he's just gonna start rambling. And
She puts her hand on his that's holding the pellet and goes, "My pet, my friend, there is nothing I can't do. I can definitely juggle the two of you without worry. Focus on me and continue telling me what you wish to do with this challenge for me. I'm interested."
this is. He's gonna take a deep sigh. Have a deep sigh will be released from him. I wish to give him a sign of respect.
You Mandalorians are so honorable. I love it.
And as morbid as this might be,
Darling, I'm in fashion. Morbid doesn't begin to reach our radar.
do you think you'd be able to patch up the holes and possibly make a cape?
I do believe I could do that. Give me a moment. She tells you to stand where you are, and she walks off toward the back and slides into the changing room. Just gives Sami a knowing look. Doesn't say anything, but just picks up the mannequin and just smiles. I'll be right back, darling. Don't go anywhere.
Fuck, that was in the same changing room as me?
The mannequin?
Yeah, that was in there with me?
That's where she brought out to show you, remember?
Okay, I'm great. I'm good.
She takes
I'm
the
great.
mannequin and walks out and
great.
just gives you a look and goes back to Ragnar. First of all, what do you think of my project so far? Do the colors and everything meet your wishes, sir?
It's the suit on the mannequin?
Yep, it is your suit as you requested it. It's in that spot where it's like 95% done. All she's doing is like the finishing tailoring. And she would need you to put it on to make sure everything fits before she's quote unquote done.
There is a moment of awe and excitement. It looks incredible. It's everything I wanted.
I know it is, darling. I do work miracles, you know. I will need you to change and put it on to see if it fits, though. But before we do that, I'll hear what you want for this edition before I, have you do that.
Yes.
I had a thought with what you asked.
Yeah.
How do you feel about making the cape have a collar?
How do you see?
Well, I'm seeing a raised, stiff collar to go along that wonderful jawline of yours, just to enunciate those hard lines and bring those little cheekbones that I can't help but notice. A little prominence. Give you a bit of a princely look, if you know what I mean.
Perhaps a little more than you think.
Oh, really? She kind of gives you like a very Cheshire grin at the she's on to something.
And he is not going to say a word more about that.
You said patch up the holes. I can do that, no problem. Would you like the interior to have a matching color to your outfit, or would you more prefer... And she kind of looks over your shoulder at your axe. Would you prefer to match that?
The axe, the copper would be a very nice.
I do like to make magic happen. I can definitely do that. It'll definitely give a sense of traditional manliness of wearing what that kills, but also the regalness of royalty. I love it.
Thank you.
I do have to ask this because I just talked to another customer with this. Would you want pockets? Of course you want pockets, dear. Who doesn't want pockets?
In the pants or in the cloak?
What you do in your pants is not up to me. That's up to you. I'm talking about the cloak.
Oh. I mean, I didn't intend on doing anything ill-advised and smuggle anything, but that's not... I mean, sure, why not? Pockets.
Ragnar, does a 19 beat your passive perception?
I mean, I can essentially guarantee that, yeah.
Okay. You don't notice, but she's taken the pelt from you already and already like set to like not work on it, but she's already like fidgeting it while talking to you and barely looking away.
Yeah.
And she's also kind of like been measuring you while you two talk.
Do you need armor off or?
Oh, darling, the armor stays on.
Okay.
This will be good. This is very good. I like the option for this. It adds a bit of mystique to you. If someone's going to be doing that, she would have to roll another stealth.
That's a 6.
A 6?
Yep.
Ragnar, while you haven't noticed Runa going to work, you do notice another time someone peeking out from the back.
Listen, she got curious, okay?
I'm going to assume a 6 is not going to beat your perception. So, how do you react to the second peeking?
He's gonna get a little more red. And he's gonna go, if you need to get back to anyone that's already here, you can 100% do that, Runa. That is not a problem. And he's like very stiff.
You know, I had a thought. Stay here. She takes
Okay.
the pelt, takes the mannequin, and saunters off towards the back. Not even stopping to look at Sami, puts things in the back. You both hear some noises. And then... Oh, no! Oh, damn. Oh, well, I can't be helped. She walks into the changing room.
Wait.
Hello, dear. Didn't mean to keep you waiting.
Is everything all right?
Oh, everything's perfect, darling. Trust me. I do think, though, if there's nothing else you had to worry about with this outfit, we can package her up, put her in a bow, and send you off ready for the day. Or was there anything else you needed to keep you in here a little longer?
No, just this. I think I'm ready to take this back to where I'm staying. Yes.
Oh, of course. Okay. You may put it in the box there. As you know, it's already been paid for, so you don't have to worry about that. And just as a present from me, she produces a little flower and puts it like in your leku. Just because Just because you look beautiful, darling, I don't want you to leave here feeling like you're nothing less than a pretty flower in the canyons. Now.
Is she saying this very loud or just to me?
Oh no! She's saying it like
Okay.
she's not that cruel.
Okay, gotcha.
But she is looking at you very knowingly, like, oh, you two are up to something.
Yeah.
There's definitely something going on that I'm missing. You know where I am. If anything comes up and you need me, don't hesitate to ask. All hours of the day.
I know. Thank you very much, Runa.
Of course. Now, give me a hug. I have to make sure you know that you are loved here. She gives you a gentle hug and whispers just loud enough for you to hear. I always did find the Mandalorian Jedi combo to be deliciously interesting.
You know, fuck it. I want to fail an impulse roll. Can I accidentally cause something to fly off a shelf with the force? Not hearing
As you hear that,
that.
the changing room isn't like 4 walls, it's curtains.
Mm-hmm.
Your reaction causes all the curtains to fly outward like a gust of wind and then repel back to where they normally are. And she just pulls away and goes, oh, I'm going to definitely go back to work now. As she leaves you, she goes, darling, I will have your suit ready by the end of the day. Come get it after dinner, and the cape will be exquisite. To you, Ragnar, as she goes into the back to get back to work.
Shut the fuck up, phone. Sorry.
That's Sammy's anxiety freaking the fuck out.
Yep.
Ragnar.
Hey, Sammy will change. Oh, sorry.
No, so Ragnar, you definitely just watched her come out of the dressing room and go into the back and get to work. And you are definitely sitting there going, that all just happened. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yes, Sammy, you get back to be changed, and you are ready to leave with your dress in hand.
Change.
Uh-oh.
Carry the box. All my shit. I assume Ragnar is still in the store as I'm exiting.
Is he?
Or did he just Irish goodbye?
Wait, oh.
He's gone.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. He's, wait, he's back, maybe? Momentary pause, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. So how about them Eagles?
Oh,
he's gone.
Yeah, he dropped. Okay. We'll get back to that in a minute.
Oh, there he is. Never mind.
Hello?
There we go. Whoa.
Sorry, I just got home.
Okay,
No, you are
internet
fine.
is edging us right now.
Yeah, the internet's been
you're good,
wonky
hon.
everywhere, so you are fine. The question posed, if you didn't hear it, was Sammy steps out of the changing room. Is Ragnar still there, or did he beeline the fuck out of there when Runa was like, your outfit will be ready by the end of the day, darling. Come back after dinner.
Fuck. I need dice. I don't have any.
Are you trying to do an impulse roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just flip a. If you can flip a coin, that would probably be it.
Heads or tails?
We'll go heads.
You got tails.
Okay. No, he would still be in there like a fucking fool.
I love where this is going so much.
He's just in there, and he's like just like trying to rub the blood. He noticed there's more. He's just like,
Oh, poor guy.
fucking damn it, it's everywhere.
Do I say anything to him? Well, fuck it, we ball children. Oh shit. Okay, brain. she's just like holding box in hand, adjusting the flower Runa gave her into her headpiece, I guess. And just kind of awkwardly looks over to Ragnar. Didn't expect to run into anyone else here today.
I didn't expect to run into you either. Can we talk? Only if you wish to. It's perfectly okay if not.
God damn it, Kitsune. Yeah, I don't have anything else to do right now.
Okay.
She'll set the box down and just look at him like,
Is there a chair around here, DM? Because otherwise he's just gonna awkwardly lean on something.
There are chairs. You'll notice
Thank
that
God.
like in one corner, there's a few like observational chairs for like if someone's trying on an outfit and they have like company with them, they would sit there and watch as the person tried on outfits.
Not one of those kinds.
Not that kind.
Lord. Sorry.
You're good.
Where my brain's at today.
You're good.
But there are definitely chairs you could sit on.
Okay, thank God. And he'll pull a chair very awkwardly out for Sami.
She'll sit down. Thank you. First things first, how are you doing after yesterday?
DM, what time is it currently?
Mid-afternoon, We'll say it's brunch.
Okay.
Or second breakfast for all you hobbits out there.
Okay. And he's gonna center himself and take a deep breath. Mentally, I am better now. But I am not here to talk about my stuff. I here to, and this is eventually also going to be said to everyone else because they are owed that much. I have broken your trust. I have made mistakes, rather big ones, and it is not lost on me that I have made, especially you, afraid and fear me. And I have shaken this group a little more than anything should ever be shaken, if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
And at the very least, and it should not, the bare minimum is not what you all deserve. An apology to all of you is needed and necessary, and it should not have taken me this long to do so. So I am here to listen to you and would like anything you have to tell me of how I can make things better. And he's going to turn his body even more so to her and is going to, I guess, more so in a sign of, I want you to know that I am trying to be receiving to anything. Is going to take off his chest plate so that it's, I'm fully like body
Like being vulnerable.
body language, and very much just wants to be vulnerable.
Gotcha.
And he's going to sit there and wait for her.
Well, I would be lying if I said what you did yesterday was not frightening at all. I've never sensed anger like that from some. And unfortunately for me, how I am, I'm very sensitive to the emotions around me. But a wise master told me yesterday that I need to have trust in this group. So I'll admit it was shaken for a moment, but it has not been broken. The fact that you are being open and honest with me is a very good sign. But in the future, if you tell me not to interfere with something like that again, we are going to have issues.
Absolutely. It will never happen again. It will not happen again.
I don't know what you went through growing up. I can only assume how terrible it was. But we all need to have trust in each other in this group. I appreciate you apologizing to me. However, I feel there's another individual who needs to hear that.
That's more than an apology that is needed for her. And reassurance is needed for the rest of the group. I need to reassure the rest of the group as well. I am sorry for scaring you. That was part of me that I do not wish to see ever again. But I cannot remove it entirely because it is a part of me. But it does not control me. And I will do what I can to not make any of you afraid of me again. Especially not you.
think Sammy's face will flush up a little bit at that. Because everything's starting to connect for her.
I was gonna ask how he doesn't understand Jedi, so how
Yeah.
often are surface thoughts seen?
Like in terms of like
I don't
on
know.
Sammy?
I mean,
Yeah, he doesn't.
Sammy is a bit more emotional when it comes to Jedi. She has
Mhm.
a hard time, like, masking. If
Because
that's,
if
like, a
she
good
is,
term to say it.
yeah, if she's mind reading in any way, it's don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up.
Will she be a little shit in mind read? I passed my impulse roll. She's not gonna pry at your thoughts. I rolled a nat 20 on it. She's not gonna pry.
Okay.
Like, because he's being very vulnerable with her right now. She's just like, it would be wrong to try to sense what he's thinking.
I will do what I can to rectify any past wrongs and be better about it in my future as well.
That's all I expect from you. Also, was that Crocodile's pelt you brought in?
Possibly.
Do I want to know?
I went back to the arena last night to clear my head, get some training, and do the things I used to do to alleviate any sort of emotion. And his body and the spiders were still there. Nothing had been done with them. They did not. They did not deserve to rot like that. And he was the first person I'd killed outside of my own system. And even though he was mad, he was a warrior. And no warrior deserves to die in that way, to be forgotten in that way.
One of Jafon's top mercenaries is that disposable. It just makes me detest the kind of person Jafon is even.
The more I sit, the more I ruminate on it. Just leaves a more sour taste in my mouth.
Likewise, especially after what I learned this morning. We need to make sure that the townspeople that were captured and put in carbon freeze are liberated as well.
Ragnar is his head is going to bolt up to you
don't you remember Vina mentioning that?
Sorry, it's... Unfortunately, the mission was... I was lost to that. And I had.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
There was a lot of information she dumped on us immediately. We just all need to make sure we do right by this planet.
We need to find somebody to lead. Positions of power, once they're vacated, are often filled by the worst stuff. And even worse than once, like Defon.
I'm sure we can help the city out with that once all this is over.
Is it just you out here?
Sorry, do you mind repeating that for me, hon?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
He said, was it just you out here?
Yeah, I had some errands to run this morning, and I figured I'd stop by to see if my outfit for the party was done.
Hmm.
Yeah, Hesper and Bombyx dragged me here yesterday.
Did they
After,
now?
yeah, after the morning. They were both very drunk.
I
Very drunk.
can imagine. Bel,
Actually, we had to carry Hesper back to the cantina.
goodness. Bel dragged me out. To
Yeah,
get
I
that.
noticed.
Yeah. And got me out of my head for a bit, which I'm ever thankful for.
Given how he used to have a Padawan, I get the feeling he's been around this block before,
Mm-hmm.
looking after someone.
Yeah. Speaking of looking after someone, he did end up fixing something, and he'll pull out the repaired blaster for Bombyx.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain someone that I owe a very, very, very deep apology to.
Hmm.
And aside from that, I'm sorry for pushing you out. And he's looking at her dead in the eyes right now.
I'm cool.
Sorry.
I'm great. I'm good. Continue. Sorry.
I'm sorry for pushing you out. I could feel you trying to reach me.
I was just
Sorry.
trying to help.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a nice outfit you chose, by the way. And Sami will just blurt out in the awkward silence.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, Bruna showed it
Yeah,
to me.
it
Very nice shade of purple.
it's been a it's and he's like as soon as you say as soon as you say purple, the shade of red.
I love breaking men.
Oh, this is amazing. I love this.
Love breaking men.
I, and he's like saying I, and he's putting his armor back on.
I'm sorry, did I say something wrong?
No, absolutely not. You did. You. Yep. And he's gonna give a very. He's gonna take your hands for a second.
Whoop, okay.
You did nothing wrong. You keep being you. And he's gonna stand up and very awkwardly, he's gonna give I'll see you back at the I need to go. I thank you. And he's gonna exit the
Don't you still have I'm heading back the same way. This is going to be awkward. She just kind of says to herself as he leaves.
Ragnar starts running the minute that he gets out of eyesight of the shop window.
He's a runner, he's a track star.
This paid dividends.
That's a good segue there. This is a good segue.
This
here.
paid perfect dividends. I'm just saying. We're gonna cut back to the bar.
Back at the tavern.
Back at the tavern. Well,
Ragnar just comes barreling in.
Right. Hesper has gone off to do some things and leaves Bel with their hosts, who definitely just decide to be like, so, you're definitely the adult of the group, aren't you?
So what?
You're the adult of, like, they're kids, not you.
I guess so. Yes.
Kendra kind of like laughs. Yeah, because not to presume, you're not as rambunctious as the other 6.
Well, I can be. I don't know. I guess you could say guardian instinct kicks in a lot of the time.
From the kitchen, you hear the other half. She's calling you old, man.
I know I'm old, but with age comes wisdom. At least we hope.
That means they're looking to you for sense of assurance that they're doing the right thing.
I'm well aware.
I noticed you've taken the bigger Mandalorian under your wing, it seems, after the events yesterday.
Less under my wing, more just looking after someone who definitely didn't need to be alone.
Very sweet of you to do. Too many men don't have father figures like that. And judging by him, I really doubt his dad was.
That would be a correct assumption, but I think also It was an intense moment, and I think everyone just needed someone with a level head.
We could always use those at times. Right, Ton? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm perfectly calm all the time.
I would like to roll an insight check on that bullshit.
Being that you hear the tone of the spouses, you'll have advantage on that insight.
Where is it? 22.
While you don't know the obvious extent of that statement, you clearly can tell one of these two wives is definitely not the wiser of the two.
At that remark, I'll just go, oh yes, you are the pinnacle of clear-headed wisdom.
Yeah, I am. See, he gets it. Wait. You making fun of me, old man?
See? Wisdom.
Just remember who makes your food.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Good. She slides back into the kitchen, leaving you with Kendra. So, not that we don't enjoy your company. What is the plan, though, for you guys? Or do you not have one?
We have a party to attend, and I think we're gonna get a lay of the people that we mean to extradite.
Interesting choice of words.
I think it's mainly for recon, but if something happens, I think the contingency is
Oh, no. I mean extradite, not kill.
Well, kind of looks around. You never know who could be listening. And I'm used to just choosing my words with care.
If only someone else would do the same. I heard that.
Talking about you, not to you.
See a what are those things called? The ladle fly out of the window and miss both of you and fly across the room. Was a warning shot. I don't miss twice.
Yeah, well, you love our company, so.
Yeah. Grumble. You're not wrong. We do enjoy, despite the drama that was definitely not intended, it has been nice having a bit of fresh air that you seven bring. Though it is reminding me why I'm so happy that I'm not a mother.
Well, we appreciate you looking after us. And food, board, just... we appreciate it.
From the kitchen. You'll be getting a bill. No, they won't. Services rendered will be when the moon's liberated.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Was that just like noisy neighbors?
Sorry, it's the third fucking time Discord has crashed on me.
It's okay.
It's okay.
The two of you
have noisy neighbors.
Yes. One of them definitely needs to close his goddamn windows when he's watching his hollows.
Well, we will, no matter what happens, we'll see that you are not implicated in any way and that you are safe.
Yeah, we've noticed it's been a lot calmer with you seven around.
I've got to head off, but there's someone that I would like to talk to. So here I know you said there's no bill, but it gives them 150 credits.
Kendra goes, well, I couldn't.
No,
No, before you can even say anything, Rix comes out of nowhere. She can't. I can. Counts them up. Yeah, this'll do. See, some people are willing to actually pay me when I tell them to. Stops and looks at you. Not that way.
well, it's more just to help with your supplies and whatever you need to food and feed us and keep us watered.
It'll go a long way, don't worry. Though, you know, some of us forget that we are here for a calling, not to profit.
I'm always of the impression that a calling is good, but sometimes a calling needs to be funded.
I can't disagree, though I wish that wasn't the case. I understand, though. I won't keep you much longer. I do know you said you need to go see someone else. And I need to go make sure that my basement is fixed.
Yeah. That.
Not from you guys. No, we got a shipment this morning, and I got to make sure that the delivery people didn't ruin anything.
Well, if you guys ever need any help around, it's, an extra hand on the bar, or like help with deliveries, just you can certainly give me a shout. But I'm sure mostly everyone will be happy to help.
Of course, I'll remember that. Go now. Go do what you got to do.
And Bel is going to find Kyrie.
Is Kyrie findable?
She's in her room. Oh my god.
Having another nightmare. No, I'm kidding. Does she answer the door when approached?
Well, yeah. A knock on the door.
Okay.
It's Bel.
You don't hear anything for a moment. Why don't you give it a second knock?
Hello, Kyrie.
After the second knock, she swiftly opens the door. She looks a little on edge, and you see bags under her eyes. She just, what? What?
Are you okay?
I'm great. She puts her head against the door and just like looks at you.
You know, if this is a bad time, I can come back later.
No.
I just wanted to.
Fine. I've just been having a little trouble sleeping.
May I come in?
Sorry, what was that?
May I come in? We can talk it out if you wish.
She kind of just looks at you for a second. She's very hesitant, and then she kind of cracks the door open just enough for you to come through.
Don't worry, I'm not Bombyx. I'm not here to steal your boots.
She kind of howls at you.
I feel there's a sudden shout. I resent that remark.
Look, free my
Is it
girl.
accurate?
Free my girl from these accusations. They are correct, but
Accusation, girl. What you trying to do last session?
That's why I said freeing my girl from these accusations. They are correct, but I still denounce them.
Is it called an accusation when it's a fact?
J'accuse.
It's still an accusation. I thought I didn't actually get to steal your boots last session. I just
No,
thought
you
of it
didn't.
really, really heavily. I couldn't even roll for it. Okay?
All right, all right, all right.
I've had like one full attempt to steal two?
I'd say 2 attempts as of now.
Two.
Yeah, two
I've had
attempts have been
two
made.
attempts. That's not very many. I'm gonna shut up.
Great, I love when you talk.
You know, Bel
I'll talk as long as you want me to, wife, light of my
Heck
life.
yeah.
enters the room.
Oh yeah, sorry.
What a cock block.
Bel will sit on a counter. What's been troubling you?
I'd love to blame my sleep schedule, but that doesn't seem to be it. I just cannot get a good night's rest lately.
Dreams, nightmares, a wandering mind?
Let's call it a wandering mind.
Well, I understand that. And I just wanted to check in on you as well because you shared more than you think yesterday, and I just wanted to check in on you and see how you were doing.
Look, I appreciate the gesture. Don't read too much into it, I guess. I just had a question, and you answered. And I feel she kind of, her wall kind of goes down a little bit again. I don't know how I feel. Look, I don't know how to do this whole talking about things thing.
I was gonna suggest something else, but yeah, that's evident. You're not big on trusting others, are you?
I think it's bold to ask someone to trust a bunch of people she's been thrown onto a ship with just a few days ago.
I mean, do not get me wrong, that's completely valid. But on the mission we are on, as the possible future missions that we are on, that we're gonna go on, I think that there's got to be some level. But I'm not here to say, oh, you can trust me, you can trust us, because it's all well and good saying that you can. At the end of the decision, you've got to make.
She gives you the most genuine facial expression you've seen from this woman, and she just kind of puts her head down. I appreciate that.
Of course. Just for what it's worth. You can trust me because you've given me no reason to distrust you. You're clearly guarded. And I don't know what you've been through. I'm not going to pry into what you've been through. But I understand the reason for being guarded. in a galaxy such as this. So, just as cliche as this, you are not alone.
She nods her head passively, still looking down. But she kind of tries to shift her eyes to you now and then.
Well, I had an idea. You are free to go for it. You are free to decline also. But how about once a day, you are free to ask me one question, and it could be anything you want.
Okay.
So your first question.
She's got, I picture her kind of cornering herself in her room, and she's got her arms crossed. She's still more head down, and she's kind of biting at her lip a little bit. And she's let out a huge sigh. I just don't understand. How do you live with your guilt?
That is a great question. For a long while, I didn't. In the end, instead of trying to make sense of it and try to think what ifs and what would have happened if something had changed, it's more about accepting that it happened.
What are you doing in my swamp?
It's like so funny right now.
I am so sorry.
And the best part was I almost out loud said in Kyrie's voice, "Hang on, I'm getting a sense that an ogre is gonna be busting in my room."
I'm sorry. The call keeps crashing.
It's okay, Pookie.
It's okay.
You're fine.
I'm gonna turn my intro audio off.
This episode is not sponsored by DreamWorks. Just gotta say that.
Unless they want to.
Hey, DreamWorks.
Just saying.
DreamWorks.
Anyway.
Accepting the guilt and accepting what happened is no easy task. I want to make that very clear. It took me a long time. But it takes time, patience, and it also takes talking to other people. I know that's probably a hell for you, but it does work.
I want to believe that.
I believe you.
She lets out another like little passive sigh. You can almost feel some of the tension coming out of it when she does. And she's looking at you a little bit reluctantly. Listen, I like to play things fair. If I get to ask you something, I'm gonna regret this. You can ask me. She's like regretting it as she saying it. She's like, I hate this. I'm not going to answer everything. But
Oh, I know. What's your favorite food?
to be honest, I'm not picky and call me crazy. I like anything hot and fried.
Honestly, I feel you on that one. Like, I don't know. There's something simple about like fried eggs. You know, something simple but always just satisfying.
Oh! I almost actually cried. Oh no. Okay, angst. So so Kyrie, after you say fried eggs, wow. That's crazy. Oh, she turns. So you can't see her face. Oh shit. And she just kind of quickly wipes her face so that you can't see. So that you don't really. She tries to do it really quick.
You could.
Yeah, she doesn't say anything, but she nods her head, looking so at the wall.
Well, I've already had breakfast, but do you want to get some fried eggs and bacon?
Oh my god, she's gonna sob her eyes out. Yeah. She to be honest, she's going to she won't look up, but she's gonna be like, I'm not really hungry, but maybe next time.
Of course. Well, I'll get out of your hair, and besides, I need to pick up my attire for the gala. So, if you would like to join me in that endeavor, you're more than welcome to join me. But that's up to you.
She stays the same, unmoved, looking away. And I imagine as she hears you about to leave, she just kind of, hey.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then she's looking at you, and she has a small tear in her eye, but it does not fall. I mean that.
You're welcome, Kyrie. And thank you for indulging me in my weird ways of helping.
Oh, I love them so much.
Oh my god, that hit in a way.
That was beautiful, guys. I loved it. No notes.
The eggs. The eggs part was crazy.
No notes. That was beautiful. While all this is happening, I am going to do one last thing tonight.
Oh god.
Bombyx, you're downstairs doing your morning stuff, your morning routines, your
Oh yes.
As you're sitting at the bar, you hear the door open behind you, and a very flustered and panicking-looking man screeches inside by himself, looking like he just ran a marathon. And you two just kind of share a moment of, it's you.
Prolonged eye contact. Prolonged eye
Dude,
contact.
it's that. Bombyx is probably like, Nomina's, you know what? This is her right now. You're that man, right?
Just that very slow intake of the straw and slurp.
The audience can't see this, but Selah's acting it out for us right now.
I love my wife so
You guys
fucking
get
much.
it.
Bombyx gives
Oh,
a very
wait, hang on.
intense stare and a very, very loud, without words, slow take of her drink while holding that eye contact as if it was a tether between souls.
Mm-hmm. And then just a crisp smack of the lips and turns back to what's in front of her. Just the petty acknowledgement and then active ignorance.
You did say, Ragnar, you had to do something, so I feel that this is a good time.
You just hear after his breath, after he catches his breath, you just hear and that's going to continue as he walks over.
Wait, what was that?
He's just breathing, and
Oh.
he's gonna take a deep breath in. And are you sitting at the bar, or
I think so. Hanging out. It's not the morning, right?
We're getting close to noon.
Great. So shirt is on. This isn't morning Bombyx
No,
after she said.
Yeah, this is like pre-lunch Bombyx.
Well, I'm disappointed.
Paige, I'm so sorry. She can be shirtless if we want her to. It's
I mean-
a part of her culture.
I mean, my headcanon is she's shirtless. In the canon, she
That's
can
fair.
have a shirt on, but
That's
my
You know what?
headcanon is she's tits-free.
Audience, headcanon if you want Bombyx to be shirtless or not in this moment. That's up to your interpretation. It's not going to change the way the scene plays out.
If this video suddenly just becomes comments of Bombyx topless, Bombyx not topless, I'm just gonna accept my fate as that.
By the time that this episode actually airs, I hope we get an audience of at least 10 people so that they can comment on that.
Well, this episode will be airing March 23rd, so we got about a month and 10 days.
We've got time.
Yeah.
We've got time.
So that being said, all of you at home watching other episodes, get your friends to watch with you. If they want. Anyway, continue.
For some more shirtless women.
He's gonna sit wherever Bombyx is. He's not in proximity of Bombyx.
Like right next to her or like a few seats over?
Not a few seats, but a seat.
Okay. Side eye. Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Armor is still off, so he ran carrying. Oh no, he was wearing it. Never mind. Sorry. He's gonna start taking it off again. And this time just take off the shirt that he was wearing underneath.
Oh, so he can be shirtless?
I thought you were. That's why he was matching.
Oh, great. Never mind. Yeah. Great.
It's a power play.
I also just picture this as like when a cat exposes their belly to say that they want to be vulnerable around you. That's what Ragnar's being a cat right now.
I love this.
That's a thought. That should be a Mandalorian thing. Okay. Anyways.
So shirt is off.
Right. This is how we are now.
Yeah. And he's going to set down like 100 credits on the table first, and then is going to reach behind the bar and grab a bottle.
Bold move.
He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't
Whatever
care
his
what it
hand
is.
grabbed.
Yeah, he doesn't care what it is. And he's gonna he's gonna take the top off and throw it away because he's not a quitter. And is going to take a swig to begin. And Bombyx.
Fuck you.
That's valid. I
Jesus, spit it out. You've already disrupted my peace.
he'll hold the bottle over to you. Only if you need it or want it.
I'm not gonna take your fucking backwash.
It's fair. And he'll set it back down. I fucked up. And that's putting it lightly. I royally fucked up and came into something that I had no context of and reacted in a way that was extreme, to put it in the lightest sense.
Mm.
And unfortunately, I took it out on you.
Clearly.
Very clearly. I realize now that trauma and my past experience and training sent me back to a dark place, but that does not excuse what happened. It does not excuse what I did. And unfortunately,
doesn't excuse you getting me involved in something that was completely and utterly involved in you and your experiences, and just expressing that onto someone who is completely uninvolved. Thank you so much.
it's not that I needed to work through. And unfortunately, there's no longer it. I made a very poor decision. And my trauma does not warrant what happened. And I am sorry.
Yeah. Well, it would have been nice if you figured out that before you took the blaster out of my hand.
I hadn't had the chance. Once again, no excuse. But since yesterday, I had a little bit more time to think on it. Once again, there was no reason for me to do what I did. There was no... I acted from a place that I had seen one too many times and did not understand what the context of what was happening. And that was on me for not realizing what, or taking 2.5 seconds to realize what was going on. I'm not expecting you to forgive me. I would never expect you to forgive me. I fucking shot you in the chest and in the knees.
Yeah. Yeah. You've kind of made that impossible to do. I mean, you... And then she just kind of stops and gets up and charges out. And it's like a minute or two. And she comes back, and there's just this giant thud and clattering next to you as the belt of eyes is dropped on the counter. You gave me these. And then you shot me. You don't just tell someone... Do you know what this means? Do you Mandalorians have any consolation of how the form communicates to someone? What every piece of a living being is useful for? Do you know what this means?
I cannot say I do. As shallow as it is, I thought it fit your aesthetic.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
that's very shallow, I know.
No, it's a... I think it is a cultural thing, so that's not shallow, it's just observant. On Dathomir, we don't have a lot of... We have rare connections to other places. So what we use around us, we have to use entirely. So different pieces of a creature get used for everything. Spell components, materials, just general resources. And I guess it's an etiquette that not a lot of people have, where a piece of something that you give to someone else communicates something. Eyes indicate seeing value. And it's a promise that you will look after that person and that you will be there to view their failures and view their successes. Do you see how many eyes are on this? I watched you scoop out that Wookiee's eyes and add them to the belt. For every one of these things, you've told me that that's the amount of value that you see in me, that I can be useful to you, and then you shoot me, point blank, fucking period. Which is a direct contradiction to this. So either you're lying to me or you changed your mind. And I don't know which one is worse. And I don't know which one I can forgive, if I can forgive either.
Fuck. I...
You could take these
Okay.
back if you didn't mean it. They're yours. Deal them out as you want.
No. You need to keep them. Not because, not just for something as shallow as as the reason I gave you them. No. Now that I understand what they meant, take them as a promise. I'm not asking for immediate forgiveness, because that is not my place to ask. It is only yours to give. But take it as a promise that I will observe and watch before I do something like that. I will observe and watch you. And learn.
Okay? Then do it. I'm gonna watch you and wait until I see a man who deserves to be forgiven. Not. I can't believe I'm saying this, but not even for me. Just so you don't devalue someone else like that. I know you didn't get it. You didn't get it. That's fine, and I'm coming to terms with the fact that I'm a little unaware of my differences to other people.
As strange as it sounds, even though I might not understand it, and he's going to pull out your gun. I somehow keep doing the same, and he'll set your gun down in front of you with the carvings and the upgrades and the eyes carved into the hilt, into the gun.
It's eyes and thorns, right?
Thorns, but eyes intersect the thorns.
She gets really mad. And she just visibly flares up. And she kind of her hands go in the air with the instinct to hit something. And she pulls back and she kind of does a little walk around while she's scratching at her head. And when she kind of comes back, it's still seething, but she's not she's hang on. Don't get tipped off. So she comes back around and it's just scratching. She's like, It's that one meme of like, be nice, I'm finding it. It takes you that long? It does, it does. She's just like, carvings look nice, but I'm mad that you kept it and messed with it. But it's not sacred to me. I pick that shit up. The implications of you covering that in that symbol is wild. And I hope you understand that at this while I'm witnessing this live hand.
I do now.
It will be nice to see you not get triggered by things anymore. And that's her socially inept way of saying, I hope you get over your trauma. But she can't say that.
I look forward to learning more about you and your culture and understanding the purpose behind everything.
Well, if I keep around any body parts, I'll let you know. Fingernails are useless, by the way. They don't mean anything.
Okay.
Just in case you ever think that. They don't mean anything.
You don't need these. And he's going to drop the Mad claws onto the table.
No. No, I need these. They don't mean anything, but I need these.
Okay.
Scoops them into her pocket. They're mine now. Mm-hmm.
I'm more confused now, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of mixed signals here. This is just the
It's
day
fine.
of that.
Just go with it. Just go with it.
It's been a very confusing morning for Ragnar.
Yeah. He says in
Well,
Mandalore. He says in Mando, this is just the morning of mixed signals. Fuck.
hey, they use everything, but not everything means something. Anyways, scoops those away. And then she takes the gun and she looks at it and she's like, so how'd you fuck it up?
After disassembling it and stress reassembling it, I realized it was missing some parts.
Probably because you disassembled it.
No. That issue was missing some pieces. And now it packs a little bit more of a wallop. What color is Mandalorian gas again, DM?
Mandalorian Tabana gas is usually like a golden orange.
Okay.
Think of like a burnt gold.
Okay. It's going to be a bit of a different color as well when you fire it.
She's gonna aim it towards the wall right next to Ragnar's head and shoot at the wall.
You fire.
Let's fucking go.
Is Ragnar gonna flinch at all?
Shit, I should have pulled out dice. Fuck.
No, this isn't a roll. This is more of just like, does this catch you off guard?
A little bit. He blinks and flinches just enough.
Okay, it's visible. Bombyx, immediately afterwards, you hear someone from the basement yell, "Please tell me we're not doing this again."
She just like, she didn't, okay.
She didn't think that part through, did she?
Well, no, she did.
I meant that part.
She had a message to send.
I'm not disagreeing, but she didn't think the, oh shit, the owners might not appreciate that immediately.
I think
Who said that?
Kendra.
Oh.
Yeah. I think when she did that, hang on. Actually, everyone else does impulse rolls.
Everyone deserves one impulse roll at least.
I never do impulse rolls.
Do it. I forcibly failed one earlier just for shits and giggles.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. She's looking directly at Ragnar when she does that. She's actually not looking at where she's aiming on the wall.
Okay.
So, and then she does that and is like, it is a little more powerful. And then goes back and
really quick, roll a roll a strength save.
Oh.
Just to see if that kick was more than you were prepared for.
The kickback is. Where did my character sheet go? I opened her up.
Question, DM. I don't want to enter the scene just yet.
Okay.
They're having their moment. But as I'm walking back, do I hear the gunshot in the distance?
Roll a perception.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. All my fucking rolls want to fucking fail.
Bombyx, your strength is a +2.
Thank you so much. I had to sign back in. That was tedious.
That's 6.
You don't hear anything. You're not close enough yet.
I'm still processing a stuttering Ragnar, so I don't fucking notice shit. Okay.
That's a 7 on the dice, so +2, that's 9. So pretty good kickback.
Oh yeah, no, like normally if you fire, there's like a little tiny bit of like the vibration through your body. This one, it like actually jolts your shoulder, and you're kind of like, oh, that's gonna do numbers to somebody else. Also, you're realizing maybe I shouldered appropriately and not just with one hand. You know, one of those like, this has a hand grip in the front. Maybe I should have done that.
Maybe I should use it.
Yeah, you know, just that moment of, okay, he didn't fuck up. He actually did make it better.
Actually did do good.
Also,
yeah.
Side note, to everyone watching, it's officially Valentine's Day where we are. So to all of you watching, happy Valentine's Day or whatever, blah, 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 blah. We've acknowledged it. We can move on. Back to the game.
Yay! So yeah, when she does that and has that kickback, she's still looking directly at Ragnar, but there's that recognition of like, oh, yeah, okay.
It's a power move.
She's like, yeah, that is more powerful. This was like genuine recognition. And then she moves back. And she's like, well, I'm gonna go up to my room and keep ignoring you all day. So I'm gonna take these, and then grabs the eyes and then walks off and then walks back and grabs the bottle and this, I'll take your backwash now because you kind of owe it to me.
That's fair.
And walks back to her room.
That's fair. We will say as you go to leave, Sami enters the cantina, finding a very, very perplexed looking man at the bar. Do you stick around to talk to him, or are you just going off?
Also shirtless, by the way.
Yeah, he's also shirtless.
We were shirtless that whole time.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
my God, he has no
he,
shirt on.
he did not have time to get dressed yet. He's still kind of processing all that.
Love it.
Are you gonna?
Wait,
He's still in his
wait,
clothes from last
you-
night.
wait, but without a shirt, right?
Yep, he is just in the
Yeah.
pants, and his stuff's like on the floor next to him.
Do I be a little shit?
I mean, your day's
Do I
been
be a little shit?
your day's been to a good start so far.
I mean, my stealth isn't that great, but I want to try something.
Give in. Why not?
Why not?
Treat yourself to some chaos.
I rolled a 15 for stealth. I want to try to just, as quietly as possible, walk up beside Ragnar before I say anything.
I'm assuming
And try not to be noticed.
Ragnar, I'm assuming your passive perception is not higher than a 15.
That's a real good question. I'm gonna assume not, but
Okay.
also his ears are kind of ringing from the shot, so
That's fair. No, we will say that because of the ringing of the
Yeah.
shot and also just everything, you're kind of in a state of like not being fully observant, so you can sneak up on him.
I just want to be like right next to him, like not even in his peripheral yet, and I just go. So did you run all the way just to strip down in the middle of a bar?
oh, he's gonna jump. He's gonna jump a little bit.
I picked.
She hasn't been a chaos gremlin in a while. The intrusive thoughts one.
I'm just picturing this like if this was a camera angle, all we see is Ragnar, and the camera just shifts just enough to cut Sami in over his shoulder and him just jumping out of the seat like, oh god, what the fuck?
It's like the scene from Office where that lady sneaks up on Dwight and he just goes, fuck.
Yes.
Oh.
She's still holding a big dress box in her hand too. And she's trying to keep a straight face, but a smile is starting to crack.
Oh. He's gonna sit down on the ground at this point.
Oh, floor time is always needed.
Oh. Oh, I'm stuck here now. Oh, what?
Are you alright?
Oh, no, my back hurts. 2 phase fucking spiders and an entire Wookiee carcass into graves. And I'm
Sorry, I couldn't pass that opportunity. I haven't snuck up on somebody in a while.
I'm also carrying the weight of promise and regret.
Oh, did you have that talk with her?
Yeah, if you could gather with the hole in the wall.
It's at this moment, Sami, you
Wait,
notice.
what?
It's at this moment you look around and you see a blaster scorch mark on the wall.
Do I notice that compared to the shot in my... Is this blaster mark bigger than what the shot in my arm is?
A bit. Not massively bigger, but enough to be like, wait. Looks at arm, looks at wall, looks at arm again. What did she fire?
Yeah, I think that's what Sam was saying. What exactly did she...
The same gun she shot you with.
I'm sorry, what?
Unfortunately, it's had a bit of a Mandalorian upgrade.
Yes, I can
And
see that.
he's just starfished on the ground of this cantina now.
Poor guy.
This episode has turned out 20 times better than I could have predicted. I love all of this.
Are you just gonna lay there for the rest of the day?
Hopefully not the rest of the day. It's already noon. I'm gonna be here for a bit. My back hurts.
All right. I'm gonna go put this away and go get some training done.
Students.
Enjoy your floor time. And she's gonna walk away.
And as Sami walks away and Ragnar considers all the things he's gone through this morning before it's even noon, we will conclude here. And next time we will pick up with some of day 2's afternoon and evening time. Again, I cannot stress that I had no grounds to predict any of what happened tonight, but I am so glad it turned out this way.
Get through a whole fucking day.
Listen, I loved all of it.
Love this.
I loved all of it. It all happened in a better outcome than I expected, but also in a I wanted more, but I know if I want more, I'm going to be up way later than I have to be. So
Yeah.
I'm stopping it from I'm trying to be an adult state. To those at home watching, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Next week, hope you will join us for the next episode, and so on and so forth. Please remember, because YouTube is like most social media, the best way to help these episodes grow is to share, like, comment, blah, 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 blah. You know the grift all of us creators do. And I hope you will join us next time. Till then, is it Sunday yet? Bye-bye.
Yay.
Where the fuck is our Oscar?
Bye. Right.
Especially for just that whole scene explaining the eyeballs.
Right?
Oh.